Heyo, what is up everyone? My name is Strike, I do Star Wars, and welcome to another Talking Brick stream. I am joined by the usual suspects. We got Maul, we got Padawannabe, we got Vor. It's gonna be a good time. We're building Legos, talking Star Wars. How could it be better? Welcome, guys.
You got someone hiding behind you.
Yes, and Avela is lurking in the shadows.
Does she have her Lego toolkit prepared?
No hammers are on scene. Yes, I'm
That's
afraid.
like you guys need to bronze that and have it like a little podium, and it needs to be like a constant member of the stream now.
Like just like hanging in the background, just if we need it. Yeah, we'll have to think about that.
Lego Mjolnir.
Yes. So, what is everyone building today? Maul, maybe you start.
I'm building the throne room scene from Return of the Jedi, with Vader versus Luke and the Emperor watching on in his throne. I really like that scene, so it was an easy one to pick.
Nice. And Pata, you got the trench run, right?
I have the trench run. I was gifted it, and I'm very excited about this. And this is something I wanted to make. I'd like a little bit larger scale. Eventually, I want to adapt this to kind of more emulate it. I want to find a way to stick the Millennium Falcon in there.
Oh, nice.
My mini one, so we'll see if we can't work something near the end.
Nice.
If we can finish it, I guess this one might take a while.
Right, yeah, maybe like we'll finish that one, yeah.
We'll see.
How many
We'll go from
pieces?
This 665, but it's really
Okay.
all just putting them in there. I mean, this is like wire. This is like electronic wire work compared to some of the sets we put together.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you got too. Those new collector sets are really involved.
Yeah.
Yes, and Vor, I wonder what he could be building today. I can't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, no, he's building Spider Tank.
Maybe Crate Dragon set. Do they have a new one?
Yeah, bro, probably.
Is that Bionicle? Is that Bionicle?
No. Spider Tank, Clone Wars. Oh no, not Clone Wars, sadly. But yeah, I'll be building something really advanced today. Be aware, this might disturb you, how difficult it is. I'll be building this today. Yeah, I'm just, I don't really have anything to build at the moment, nothing too big, kind of broke. So I got this from the store because the Boba figure in this one is absolutely fantastic with the arm printing, and I guess I'll be building the mech. So we'll go from there. But yeah, it's kind of like a funny one because I think before they made this guy with arm printing, but I think usually it was like the Return of the Jedi version with the red gauntlets. So I think, if I'm not completely mistaken, this might be the first time that it's with the green gauntlets. Which, funny enough, you could even see this as a like Jedi Survivor tie-in because that's the look he has in there.
Yeah.
So, no.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, but I'd say we just get started, start building, and
get it on.
Get it on. Yes. But yeah, on that Star Wars wise, we're closing in on Ahsoka, so that's exciting. 23rd, it's not too far away anymore. What are we thinking so far? Pata, I don't think I've really heard your thoughts on sort of where you're at the moment. Are you excited?
I'm looking forward to it. I've heard some stuff about it. The biggest thing I heard that kind of caught me off guard was when they were saying that it was a really female-driven cast. And it's like, well, yeah, if you watch the show, this is kind of how the team ended up. Some people are gone, some people leave. A couple of them meet an unfortunate end. So it's like, well, it is female driven, but all these females in it have risen through their ranks too. So they're not just somebody thrown in just to be thrown in for that sake. Oh, well, we need one more, so let's just make up another character. Everything seems consistent. Looks good.
And at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. So
I just really, because of how Ahsoka was in Clone Wars with the how acrobatic she was. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be a noticeable thing for the character for me. Because it was part just as much as Anakin just going after everybody when he would see somebody, you know, kind of attack pose or getting ready to take him on, you know. So, because that was as much his character, his aggression, his you know, let's go after him. And Ahsoka kind of has that too, but she was, you know, like in the mall fight, that's one of the best fights. She's flipping all over the place, doing all this stuff. So I'm just, that'll be my biggest concern going into it as live action. But I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Stanley's.
The ghost will be cool. I'm interested to see if it feels different, you know, live action Ghost. It's probably going to look way bigger than it did on the show, on the animated show.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good. And I mean, yeah, I'm like looking forward to it. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think the trailers so far have been looking pretty nice. I think particularly the one where we get a bit of a closer look at the two Dark Jedi.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, other than that, have any of you seen the latest, like, it was like a short that they posted, sort of like 30 seconds of what Ahsoka is about, sort of?
I just saw a clip of it this morning, and I haven't actually gotten to watch it yet. Just like her little, she just stands there and gives a synopsis of her character. Because everybody's saying the Jedi thing, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, and she never completed her training, obviously. But she still leans that way. She has the ideals of what she was taught, whether all the other Jedi in the building were doing it right or wrong, you know, because we see that big conflict between Barriss and Ahsoka, and that's kind of the bit. We should be Jedi. Well, we are, and this is what we're doing. So those are the really two heads coming, you know, the major two focal points. Whether we'll see her, I don't know, but I just thinking about so much. I try to bring it all in. I mean, I don't know if the Inquisitor's identity is really that big a deal to me. I don't know.
Oh, of like the actual like Inquisitor, yeah.
Yeah, or if that's what he actually is, or she, because it's still up in the air. They're like, well, he's got an Inquisitor blade, so there's obviously some connection.
Yeah. I think so far, at least design-wise, he does. I'm just gonna say he for now. I think he does look sort of like the fifth brother. However, that would sort of work out and make sense, and what got him there. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out. But yeah.
Now, the fifth brother, was that the one?
Or actually, oh gosh, no, not the fifth brother.
Oh, that.
Was it the? I actually don't remember which one, but the guy that the one that I think it was Maul. He cut like his lightsaber sort of, and then he tried to fly away, and then it exploded, and then he like
you just see him fall.
Right.
Yeah, I was making sure that was the one with the big conflict at the Sith temple.
Right. Yeah.
But between all of them, okay, that is the one
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was the whole time, but I never went back and looked at it, and I was like, it's got to be the only one because I couldn't remember them talking about anything else.
Yeah, that dude only had 3 fingers though. So, and
That
the
is,
dude that's in the trailer is named Merrick and his human hands.
yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. So I guess it's still open. Although I wouldn't put it past them because I mean they have been kind of like humanizing some of the alien species, like for instance the Grand Inquisitor.
They gave
Uh,
us this guy's name too though.
yeah. Well, but we don't know. I don't think we ever knew the actual name of the Inquisitor. But yeah, I mean, Marek is obviously kind of a nudge, nudge, nod, nod to Galen Marek in a way, at least. So yeah, it remains to be interesting. But yeah, I think I'm mainly. I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to seeing Ahsoka herself, but I think I'm mainly intrigued, honestly, by those Dark Jedi. Just, but what drives them? What's their mission? How are they connected to Thrawn? And just seeing them in action, also.
I'm pretty sure they're working for Morgan Elsbeth, the lady that was in Mandalorian, and
Right.
she's working for Thrawn.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, I
I
mean,
think that'll
also
be their relation too.
right, because like I mean, one of the trailers they're also like saying like, why like sort of like what is the meaning of finding Thrawn, and it's like the greatest power you could ever imagine, sort of, or something like that. Um,
Putting Luke
But I mean,
Skywalker
it's
together.
getting Thrawn back, of course. But I mean, the big thing he's got fleet though now, right?
yeah,
Like that was always the thing. You get Thrawn, you get this big gigantic fleet.
I mean, he was in charge of the Seventh Fleet. I mean, that on its own, as the Imperial Fleet, was like massive. Um, oh, nice. Um, but yeah, I mean, in Heir to the Empire, I mean, he later on acquired like some lost fleet um, of dreadnoughts. So I don't know how they're gonna piece things together in this canon, but it might get really crazy.
Well, some stuff that kind of ties into that. The fleet was called like the Golden Fleet or something like that. And there's
Mm,
a lot of gold inside the ships. And
mm.
in the trailers, if you notice, Morgan Elsbeth is on a very gold looking ship.
Well, even Thrawn himself,
They're
when
both on it.
it's the walk, like when you see like him from behind when he walks, like it looks like a very golden.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the same ship that you see her on.
right. Yeah. So I'm just like confirming, like, yeah, it's like very golden. So interesting.
So they could be pulling that look or the aesthetic of it from the Heir to the Empire storyline.
No, but look at this beauty.
Perfect timing.
Yes. Boba versus Luke.
Yeah,
I
we
mean
know how
the
that.
arm printing is really nice. Like even got like I don't think it picks up on camera that well, but like the shoulder plates, like they even have like the chipping underneath. It's like silverish, so it's like really looks like Beskar. And it also doesn't really pick up that well, or it doesn't show that well the mythosaur, but the mythosaur is like really detailed. And the head's printing underneath is also very nice. Don't focus at me. Look at that. I
Yeah,
got
looks
some
Does he
really
good.
have
nice
stubble?
scars
Is
and
that
the
what that is?
stubble. Hmm?
Does he have stubble on his face? Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
he's got stubble. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, looking grim. I think that's actually one of like of the sort of OT timeline head prints. I think this might actually be my favorite one. It's like a simple just look. It's nothing too crazy, not like a grin or anything. So looking pretty badass. And realistically, this is the only reason why I bought this. So If this wasn't a stream,
Fanboy.
I would
Such a
stop building
boba
boxes here.
fanboy.
Stanley says, I think Morgan Elizabeth has pillaged resources to build a new fleet. That Shadow Council we see in Mando Season 3 have ships to give over for Thrawn's use. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to see more of that Shadow Council and how it sort of works, how it all works together. But yeah, I think I'm excited to see if it's going to go in directions of like them sort of showing really how the remnants of the Empire and those warlords are like working together, and like how they're communicating, and sort of how the hierarchy builds around Thrawn. How Thrawn really makes himself stand out as the clear lead of the movement.
I'm curious if he'll have to actually show some force when he comes back. If we, because it was obvious when we saw some of those members. It's like they're kind of, some of them scoff at some of the other ones' ideas and stuff. They're like, you can't be serious. You can't do that. That's not going to happen. So I'm curious if some of them will fall in line, or if there's going to be some kind of conflict there.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
or I'm sorry, was guy, I can't remember his name, Giancarlo. Was he actually working with him or on his own completely?
I guess we'll never know now.
Yeah, we may never know. Yeah.
Alan, what's up?
Hello.
Stanley says, what are your thoughts on Sabine being force sensitive? I hope she's not.
Yeah, I want to wait and see first.
I
don't
genuinely
see it.
hope that she's not, and that she's just being trained in her proficiency as to wielding a lightsaber, so she doesn't accidentally kill herself. Because the thing is, I mean,
So she can fight too.
Huh?
So she can fight too.
Right. So if well, that's what I mean. Like, fight with it and not like accidentally chop her limbs off or something, because she's
Yeah.
not force sensitive.
It makes sense to me that she would train, and if she's comfortable with a lightsaber, even without having force powers. So I
Right.
hope that it's just a big red herring and it's not true.
Right, because I mean, so far, I mean, there's been nothing official about that sort of thing with force sensitivity, and the reason why I think it would be bad is that the character Sabine just doesn't need it. I feel like, in a way, like Sabine, especially in Rebels, is already a character that can do so much. She has really quite a few skills, which is already sometimes hard to believe. So I feel like making her force, or if they would make her force sensitive, I think that would actually damage. I think how some people would perceive her character, just because then it would get into Mary Sue territory, honestly. Because I mean, Mandalorian, all the gadgets, all the weapons, all that stuff, her training, force sensitivity, lightsaber training, and her explosive background, her technical background, I mean, all of that, it would add up a bit too much. What do you think?
She's already too much.
She's already too much. She's already a powerhouse, that's for sure.
I'm fine with if this is just them showing her lightsaber proficiency from Rebels, hopefully.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, if it's like just simply, Ahsoka training her or keeping her sharp with
Yeah, so she
lightsaber
can fight that
Yeah.
Shin Hathi whenever she does. In the trailer, we see it's one-on-one, so she has to be able to hold her own against someone
Right.
that is force sensitive.
It kind of bothers me personally, Lol, that it was never brought up in Rebels other than her using the dark saber and getting saber training.
It's still not confirmed though, so
Yeah, no,
don't
it's
get too
not
worried.
confirmed. Like, I don't know where you got that from, but there's nothing official that's saying that she's force sensitive. So I get your sentiment, but like, it's probably not even true. So
No
no,
reason to worry yet.
yeah, they better have a good explanation. I mean, honestly, there wouldn't be any explanation that would be good because it would not really make sense. Uh, Yeah, and I mean that sort of that like holding your own without having the force. That's kind of the point of that would be the point of her training. I mean that's the reason why like Pre Vizsla, for instance, was training like insanely like insane amounts of time because like he wanted to actively do his best to try and be better than Jedi using like his Mandalorian tricks, but also just being proficient with the blade.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's the new like Dinjarin helmet with the printing on top with the silver helmet. Yeah, that's really nice.
I don't want Sabine to be force sensitive. Just because, like you were saying, she don't need it. She's a great character without it. She's shown she can hold her own, which is nice
Mm.
to see some of the non-force characters be able to take those lead positions again. Does
we don't need
she? I can't
everybody.
remember exactly. Does she ever call Kanan Master even once, like near the end of their training?
No, yeah, that okay. See that one is just sort of a
I thought it was like maybe they bow at each other because I know she ends up really respecting him by the time they're done with their time there. I just couldn't.
right.
Again, one of those details I couldn't quite remember.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously in trailers, like I mean, literally any scene is out of context. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Me personally, I also thought that like hearing Sabine call Ahsoka Master was like a bit of an odd one. But again, we don't really know the context, so it might even be sarcastically, you know.
I was gonna
That's
say it
what I
could
was
be
thinking right away. I was like, oh, she's giving her a little gaff. She's getting her
a
a little
barb
poking her.
for maybe something that we missed where they fell out.
Right. Yeah. duh, 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 I don't know. I think he was goofing.
Kind of like
Mike
freaking.
said something or whatever in that one episode.
What one episode?
Yes, definitely in that one episode. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We need a source to that trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. No cap.
It actually reminds me of freaking. It goes along with Star Wars tradition if we think about Obi-Wan and Vader. Calling each other, saying masters very sarcastically.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No. That is true. No, but like I feel like I mean that's a different sort of sarcastic because it's more of like, the whole like teasing each other a bit. But I mean in that sense, I think it would be more of like I mean they're both aware, one is not force sensitive and one is like, I mean basically a Jedi and sort of then kind of mocking the sort of like yes, master, sort of mocking the it would be a very Mandalorian thing to do. I feel like,
Yeah.
mocking like the yes, master.
Especially since she's actually like a student of hers, regardless, of being a Jedi or not.
Right. Right. Ahsoka also isn't a Jedi anymore, so I'm pretty certain it's just about lightsaber combat forms. Well, I mean, I would
not
personally
Jedi by
say that
title.
Ahsoka is maybe for like in the times of the Jedi Order, not considered a Jedi, but the way she's acting and the values that she represents, she is a Jedi.
But she's
Like,
still force sensitive and could be
If
training force
anybody
sensitives.
sees Ahsoka do what Ahsoka does, they would consider her a Jedi.
exactly. Yeah,
She
that's kind of
helps people. She defends the weak.
right. Yeah, and she doesn't let the dark side consume her. I mean, that's also why that whole like gray Jedi thing is just bullshit because that doesn't exist. Like, if you're not letting like the dark side consume you. You're a Jedi. You know, if you're Force sensitive, like So yeah, really,
Great
I mean,
Jedi just
it's
seemed
a
like
title that nobody can, if you're acting like a Jedi, nobody can be like, oh, I'm just not gonna give you the title of Jedi. Like you're
yeah,
just a Jedi.
What's funny is,
posing.
you know what the flip side of that is, these dark mercenaries with lightsabers that we're
Right.
seeing being considered Sith automatically, you know, by fans when they didn't understand at first that kind of, hey, these might be something else with lightsabers that just don't act very nice.
And then
Yeah.
that again is that same kind of point. It's like, well, you see them in action, people are gonna go, those are bad guys.
Mm.
There's no confusing what Ahsoka does and what they do in the trailers. And I wanted to mention those dark assassins. I like the action we've seen in the trailer so far.
Oh
Like
yeah.
some good lightsaber. It's like, wow, I haven't really seen anything like this since Attack of the Clones, with the exception of the big battle in Revenge of the Sith. You know, so I am excited for some lightsaber duels. Hopefully,
Oh yeah.
some good
I
ones.
mean, I think both of them are gonna be really interesting to watch. I'm really looking forward to the choreography for the I'm not really that familiar with some of the actors' names yet, but like the actress that plays the other Dark Jedi, um, like her moveset, like just the bit that we see in the trailer looks very like fast, acrobatic. Like even in one shot, it almost looks like she's at least using some degree of force speed, like sort of moving forward quickly in one of the shots. So I'm looking forward to some really nice cinematic action.
Yeah, it'd be interesting too to know that like she learned from Ray Stevenson with how different he is. Like his style, how different
Yeah,
seeming it is. So I want to learn more about
right.
maybe if
His
she had
style,
another master before him or something.
yeah, because his style almost seems more like Vader-ish, like sort of, like very, um,
Brute.
very calculated, very precise, but nothing too fancy. Really
Yeah.
like bare bones.
Yeah, simple but overpowering
Yeah,
is what it seems like.
I could see that.
Like
Um,
Qui-Gon almost.
mm. But yeah, I'm really interested in general, like what the history is, because I mean, since Balin this seems to know Anakin, or seems to have known Anakin,
Yeah.
so that
What
sort
the
of what
heck?
what was their history? That would be interesting.
I read that they were both in the Clone Wars. That Balin was a Jedi at one point. So,
Well,
And
I
the
would assume
famous
that,
colored
yes.
bricks.
Hey, the poisonous
And
colors.
this is weird because they put two of them in there. It's like they just did it for the sake of doing it, because both of these pieces are in the set as gray pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Sometimes it's a
absolutely
bit
no reason for
confusing.
them to
Yeah.
do this other than pure collectors will be like, well, I got to have that pink and orange piece or the set's not right.
Yeah, I don't know either, because in the best of my mind, I just can't imagine that the pink and orange piece was cheaper to produce than just making it in light bluish gray.
For
maybe they just
real.
have leftovers from like the Easter sets or something.
Oh, these are friend sets.
Like, we gotta use these extra pieces somewhere. Find somewhere they'll fit on the inside of a Star Wars set.
Pieces nobody wants.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think the interesting part is that it seems like that the two of them are still flying around with an old Jedi Republic shuttle, like the one with like the ball cockpit, um, because you can see it like in the hangar in the background in one of the trailer shots. Um, I mean, do we think that we're going to maybe even see some flashbacks to the Clone Wars? Maybe like from their point of view?
That'd be
I think
cool.
we'll at least see them meeting. Where if she wasn't his apprentice before. I think we'll see how he takes her. Maybe he rescues her from Order 66 or something. Maybe they
Right.
were on a mission already. And I almost want to say, I think Balin probably knew Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon and kind of knew of Anakin through that. Because he's obviously a little older. So I was thinking,
Right.
oh, he could be Obi-Wan's age more than Anakin's.
Yeah, I would see
Yeah.
Obi-Wan before Qui-Gon, because Qui-Gon had been dead too long, I think, to have described Anakin to him or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that for sure, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
who?
watch him say he came in with Count Dooku or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Hmm.
It'd
Yeah.
be cool if he kind of relates to Dooku.
Count Dooku had a point. He knew what was right and what was wrong.
Come on, Doc. Sit down. Take your meds. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, who? I mean, I didn't even necessarily think about that, but imagining that we would see another Order 66 scene, maybe like not the temple this time, but like somewhere on the battlefield. Like,
Oh
hmm.
man, it's becoming so funny. Like I love getting to see more 66, but it also makes me chuckle every time we get to see another perspective.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, I don't even I wouldn't even blame them because I think they might have now realized, wow, fans really love, you know, the Jedi getting slaughtered by their friends. Let's show them more.
Especially when those clones are involved, you know?
Yeah, especially. Hmm. Yeah, I'm always down to seeing, more either new or already established other legions during Order 66. I mean, I'm down. I think I've been recently thinking it was sort of because of Lego, but I've been recently thinking like as a kid, and I mean really now, I really like it's one of like sort of the underrated legions, but I really love the design of Horn Company. Like the clone troopers under Eve Koff. I think
Yeah.
you only see them in one Clone Wars episode, but I think those guys have a really cool paint job. It's like sort of green with like yellow lines and gray lines, I think.
Speaking of Koth, I just got to read about his death in a new book that just came out for Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
So that
You
was
want to
pretty
tell
cool.
something about it? Because I'm like super not aware. I don't even think I know any sort of version of Eve Koff's death in anything. So
This is new. I think it was portrayed in the Darth Vader comic series too, but this is another perspective of it
okay,
from a novel where you're following a Jedi Padawan at the beginning of the Clone Wars who loses their master essentially during the Battle of Geonosis, and then you follow them along till basically probably before the Obi-Wan timeline, right before that
right,
show.
okay,
And it's called Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade. But it was actually really like insightful into how some of these Inquisitors survived Order 66 in the first place to become an Inquisitor.
right,
It actually gives you a few different accounts of different people, how they did, so that you can see different, I guess, ways that people could have.
right,
Because Palpatine was aware of, Jedi that were disgruntled, just like
mm,
how Pong
That's what
Krell
I
was
always thought.
disgruntled. So he didn't
He
just
knew who
outright
he wanted.
murder all of them. He had some that
right,
he approached kind of in a, hey, you want to join or die?
yeah,
What a
yeah.
choice.
I would imagine. I
Make
mean,
you an offer
obviously,
you can't
like
refuse.
Jedi, like Ponkrell, like they already took like an active like approach with like Count Dooku talking to Ponkrell. But I mean, then there are others like, for instance, like Barris Sophie. I
Yeah.
mean, she was a high standout on being against the Jedi Order, so I would imagine she would be one. And I mean, she was in prison, as far as I'm aware, still at like right up till the end of the Clone War.
I think when they walk her out of the courtroom, that's the beginning of her transition.
Yeah.
I think Palpatine knows right then. He's like, oh, I might have some use of her.
Mm.
And
Whether she goes to prison or they're holding her, whether she goes willingly or they torture her, that was what I always thought. And I've always been a little disappointed by Barris's twist in Clone Wars just because I read Barris's stories in the novels, several of them, and I really enjoyed her character in the novels.
that's what's
She
kinda-
was definitely one of those kind of like, oh, I'm gonna be watching out for this character. I like her. I like Luminara and Dooley.
Mm.
So it just kind of took
Yeah.
that twist because she, in the novels, she is one of those force sensitives that can heal. So she starts
Right.
training as a healer. She's basically gonna be a medic. So she's very entranced by the force, very in tune with it. So it does kind of make sense. It's like that's not what the force is for. The Jedi are doing it wrong, So it does make sense. It was just kind of heartbreaking. It's like, man, I really liked her.
This book, if you're interested in that, then Pad, you'd probably like this book because it's kind of that perspective of someone that you see them as very you could be very sympathetic with their story, and then you don't really see them as being able to go bad, and then by the end of it, you kind of understand their version of justifying it.
Yeah, and a lot of these people don't even necessarily go bad. It turns into, well, what other choice do I have at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially you think some of the Jedi they're going after the Padawan Jedi. These people have no family. I mean,
Right.
they have nobody that they can really call for help. A lot of them know they can't call for help.
And
So-
what this book shows too is it's kind of more messed up about that we didn't even consider because we know how messed up Sidious is, Palpatine.
Yeah.
But he knows all this, and he knows like just how he groomed Anakin and was aware of his, outward
Tendencies.
feelings.
Yep.
He had other Jedi too that he was aware of, kind of
yeah.
feeling that way, that he groomed the same way, that were just
Well,
lower
it
down the
made me
tier
think
list.
with the Inquisitors, to me in the old EU, it was like, oh, Inquisitors are like what the Emperor's hand was.
Yep.
It's
People
like
he
I've
just
got
kind
these
of kept
people
an eye
that
on.
send out,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And people just seem really disappointed. Everybody's like, oh, there's so many Jedi that survived, and I'm like, so many. There were thousands and thousands and thousands, and now we haven't even gotten to like maybe a dozen survivors. It's like, oh, there's too many. And it's like, man, even before the war started, there was probably already Jedi that weren't really connected to the temple.
Order.
They were
Yeah.
kind of doing their own thing anyway, like even especially in the games that we got, Force Unleashed and the Fallen Order. Both of those Jedi are Jedi by name only, kind of. It's like they were already doing their own thing. Coda had militia, and that's how he got out. But Cordova is like he wasn't gonna come back and fight.
Yeah. I
So
think I would love to see them bring back. Gosh, now I blanked. The first master you just said.
Rom?
Yeah, Rom Coda. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That would be such a great one. He could come
Yeah.
back blinded and
well, even in whatever shape, form, or time of the character, I think he would just be such a cool Jedi character in this timeline that would have a place and it would make so much sense why he would still be around. I mean,
very
that's
believable
why he was
story.
around in the other canon, also, because he wasn't using clones. Yeah, I think that would be a really cool one.
Yeah, especially with like frontiers of space that people like we're talking about maybe being a little more cut off from the order, not even getting involved in
Yeah,
the
if they're
war
so
because
far out.
not all Jedi were even warriors. They weren't all
Exactly.
cut out for war, so why would they leave like their scholarly mission or whatever their mission may be at the time
And
to
there
go
was
join the
Jedi
war?
that didn't get troops.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like how Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were doing like a negotiations mission. It's like I'm sure there was a lot of Jedi out on that kind of stuff too that didn't have clones around them
Right.
and
Yeah.
may not even have heard anything until they get Obi-Wan's message and they're like, this can't be true, you know.
Yeah. Or I've been also like just because I'm at the moment building my Mando suit, I've been thinking about a lot of other like sort of cosplays too that I want to do at some point, and one was a specific commando. And I was thinking about the story where he showed up, which is like the Dark Lord um book novel, and there it's one of the few times when in that story it's being portrayed that like the Jedi general and the leading commander were not getting along like great, and I feel like honestly that's being a bit underrepresented, and I feel like in old canon it was sort of just portrayed that it would be this way in general more. I feel like in Clone Wars we see more of the good side of relationships, like with Anakin and Rex, Obi-Wan and Cody,
Mm-hmm.
Bly and Ayla. I mean those are all like partnerships that work great because all sides respect each other. um, but there are also those generals. I mean, obviously Ponkrell is like an extreme, but Rowan Shrine and I believe it's Commander Salvo, like they're like bumping heads with each other constantly and are not, you know,
Kiari
Kiarimundi and Bakara. Yeah, they're like that would be a good one too, or even Neo and Stasili. That would also work. Um, I feel like that would be an interesting story to touch upon, like showing the not so pretty side of clones and Jedi working together. Because I feel like in those stories, I feel like that's probably because Jedi weren't they didn't get teaching on being generals. They didn't get teaching for war. So in a way, it would make sense that a lot of them would not be cut out on filling that leadership role.
Yeah.
So, and I think that also like I mean I think that was also just a driving factor on why Order 66 was in general very very successful, is because there are obviously those clones, like for instance like fives, that were like really independent and like even tried to uncover Order 66, or Rex who resisted for a solid few seconds. But for the most part, I think a lot of clones were even like sort of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Bam, Um,
Yeah, a lot of them, it was just their natural reaction to their chip.
right. Yep.
Well, and like you were saying, but honestly, before the Clone Wars, the Jedi would all of the Jedi even have sparred? How many
No,
of the
no,
Jedi actually fought an enemy before the war? You know, it's like the only thing keeping him alive. He's shiny.
yeah. I mean, a lot of them just didn't have to because there was no conflict. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
really,
Exactly.
what you were kind of touching upon, Pata, like a lot of the missions that Jedi had at the time was things like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in Episode 1, like negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, up until then, I think usually they were quite peaceful. Um, and it
Doing
was
Well,
supply
there's
more,
no
runs and
army.
stuff.
yeah, and it was more of like the legend of what Jedi could do kept people in check up until, there was this CIS movement that, dared to challenge them once again. Um, so yeah, I think that makes total sense that a lot of them were just absolutely not prepared. Um,
Yeah, I
putting
really
you
recommend
on
that book.
while I do chores. Hey,
That book is really good for some of the insights into a young Jedi kind of going through the war, popping up when they're supposed to be ready to go to their night trials. It's like Anakin's perspective, but a different person.
mm,
Because they actually get knighted at the same time as Anakin, same ceremony. And you see that his knighting from another perspective.
Oh, where's my paper?
no. JT says they would never do it. Disney has recycled too many renames Force Unleashed assets to make it its own live action. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think they'll ever make like the actual like Force Unleashed storyline canon in any way. But I do think that characters like Coda do have a chance of being included. Probably just like on his own. That is very nice. This is the new dark. Wait,
Oh, the new Darksaber.
the new Darksaber. Unfortunately, like the blade, I think now looks actually really nice. I am just really upset that they didn't go that extra mile and made a new grip, like a new lightsaber hilt that actually looks like the Darksaber to do this. I think that would have looked brilliant.
And is that all one piece, or is it
no,
two
no.
pieces?
You
put
can
them
remove
together
the
now?
blade. Yeah.
You do put it together. Okay.
Yeah. So at
It's like
least
the old
that.
ones.
So yeah.
Get out of here.
What is this Ponkrell lovery?
Get out of here with that Pong Krell love.
Grogu's ears
Oh, I got a
wiggle.
notepad. Thank you.
The Clone Boys do not like Pong Krell.
No, we do not.
Oh, and what was the name of that book again?
Inquisitor, Rise of the Red Blade.
So this is probably the new
It's one of the newest books.
one. Okay, Inquisitor, Rise of the Red Blade. You know, I've read several of the new books that didn't involve characters from the movies, and they were great.
This is one of those, I feel like.
Because I read the Battlefront series, those two books, those were really good.
Yeah,
The
I like
Aftermath
those too.
series is good too. Rise of the
Oh
Red
man, I love the
Blade.
Aftermath one. I feel like Aftermath and this one both do a good job of, like, they feature some of the characters without
I read,
kind of over featuring them.
Mhm.
They're just in
And
passing.
I'm finishing up Tarkin right now. That's a great book. So good. But I mean, these are books they could have fit in the old EU still. These books that I've read don't take anything away from the old context
Right.
yet. Let's
Yeah.
see.
What? Oh, guys, look. This is Avela's new adoptive child. Here. All right.
It's a lost cat baby.
Yeah, they didn't all get sent to the situations though, depended on their skill set.
What the hell, War? What have you done? It's a Grogu hill. What?
Oh,
Why did you
what?
shove the hilt up his ass?
Why did you do that?
That is just cruel. I know he's 50, but that's still not okay.
That's an upgrade.
Clan of Two unite.
Now he's
But,
invincible.
to what Stanley said, yes, absolutely. I mean, that's honestly why I really like the Dooku part of Tales of the Jedi, because this is exactly, I think, what is really interesting about that sort of pre-Phantom Menace, like just barely pre-Phantom Menace timeline, or I guess late High Republic, you could probably say, because that, yeah, like those things that were happening were kind of minor, but like set up a lot of the Jedi to act the way they did once the Clone Wars started.
You betrayed me.
And yes, the Dooku episodes were by far the best. And I hope we see more. But I think so. They have not. Have they? I'm not sure. They have not officially confirmed there will be a season 2 to Tales of the Jedi, have they?
I
Or
thought
at least
they
they don't.
did.
Tales of the Jedi was the one with all the shorts, right?
Yeah. Well.
I
Yeah.
think
like
they
Clone
did.
Wars
I almost want to say I saw a list of the studios involved. And I want to say like they were all American.
Not the Visions. Not the
Oh,
Visions.
that's what I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tales
no,
of the Jedi, I haven't heard anything yet.
Like the Clone Wars style animation.
Yeah. Those were shorts too. They were just all Jedi
Right, they were
story,
other shorts. Yeah, that's why I said yes.
That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, that other one is for Visions. I haven't heard it. Not Tales. Not yet.
Be
Yeah, I don't
nice.
think they have confirmed anything.
'Cause that's like a endless well they could go to of anthologies. They could just
They already
What
have
about
their
Mexico?
content they want to put out.
it's buying into some weird conspiracy theory stuff that I don't care about.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to put in this thing.
Yeah, I really don't know what Lego was thinking with the mechs because I mean, like I sort of get it for Marvel, but I mean apart from, IG-11, sort of mech suit for Grogu, like there's no such thing as like that sort of mech suit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, they could have just sold the minifigure. They announced a second season back in April. Tales of the Jedi Season 2 is coming 2024. Nice. Okay, I probably heard it at the time. I just wasn't sure if that was actually confirmed. It's been too long
Well,
without a Star Wars show. I'm just not up to date.
we also have the writer's strike going too.
Right, that is true. Which,
And then Disney's
right,
also financially being a hit, so they're kind of changing
yeah,
things again.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm.
As much
Yes.
as I like to see new stuff, Disney's kind of
Well, I mean, they have been continuously shooting themselves in the foot, and I guess now they finally
Got a lot
have.
of feet, man.
Yeah, they got a lot of feet, but I think they finally, looked down and saw that they only have stubble left. So, um, I'm very sorry for the graphic, description of that, but but yeah, I mean,
You got no feet. It's just a flesh wound.
tis but a scratch.
Who needs
Yeah.
it?
But yeah, I mean, Ahsoka is obviously coming next, and then is Andor supposed to come after that, or because I mean that should be done rather soon too, actually.
That was in full production, right?
Well, yes, and well, I mean, it was
Barring
also
if they have to reshoot anything.
they were almost done with shooting, I think, um when the director started to go on strike. I think he was like doing that like pretty long time ago, but I think he was like sort of saying like that everything else, like everything was like everyone was sort of informed about what they have to do, and everything was like still moving forward. So I think they're still on schedule as much as they can be, I think. Yeah. Percy says, what does Percy say? There we go. Disney has been like 50-50 across the board. Marvel, Star Wars, live action Disney movies are all bad though. Yeah, I think
He says 50-50. That's more credit than I give him right now.
yeah, I think 50-50 is being nice. I think especially for, I think the Marvel shows have been overall probably just a miss. Like I watched all of Loki and all of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I just came out with that was not really necessary to watch that. So I don't think I've right, and WandaVision, I watched everything because that was the first thing, and it was also sort of like you know, also not that great.
I like
So I
those
think
three.
Hmm?
So I like those three. The ones after them are the ones I haven't really cared much for.
Well, yeah, the ones after I haven't even bothered watching. I mean, Winter Soldier I probably like the most, but like mainly just the Bucky stuff, just because I really like Sebastian Stan's like, well, Bucky and the Winter Soldier character. But yeah,
Yeah, I liked how that one got into what was up with the people that were gone during the blip and everything too. It got into some of the details that we didn't get out of the movies
and I
with the
think
whole snap.
huh?
I kicked myself out.
Oh, welcome back.
I tried to click on JT's comment, but I misclicked.
See you
Wow,
later.
Disney bad equals please don't become one of these channels. What? Come on. I don't think there's any chance of that. What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
And I can't say Disney's bad. They have thousands of titles that I love.
Yeah.
But then they have, even before all this, there was movies they made that I'm like, I'm not interested. It just, I mean,
As it is natural.
I like everything Disney does.
Yeah. Though, I mean, I feel like I think we're doing a good job at recognizing when Disney or anyone does a good job, but also calling something out if it's just genuinely not good. And I feel like that's just. I know a lot of people out there, especially on those whiny platforms or channels, are quick to be like, you either can't like anything or you can't criticize anything. But I mean, what are you gonna do?
How
Yeah.
dare you not like what I like?
Ooh, underbag too.
Yes.
Someone's being petted.
Yes.
God, this one is insane. Not only putting together these little pieces to go on here, but every time you look at the like layout in the book, it's like, okay, you got to look at it in detail just to figure out what piece got put down. The pictures almost look exactly the same. This is insane.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I think all of us really have been feeling. It's like it is still happening. It's just so tiring when you're just having a level-headed train of thought where you like some things, but you're also don't like some other things, and you're just saying it for what it is. And then it's like those brain dead like sides from both spectrums that are like just like, oh, you have to be fully on that one side instead of just having your own mind. It's just mind blowing.
And sometimes people just go through times. Like, I loved Battlefront, but I haven't hardly picked up those new games. Still, for whatever reason, it's not like I don't like them or I won't play them. It's something. There's still things that people just haven't gotten around to.
No, Pata, you're a hater, all right?
I am a hater, but it's usually people that I hate, and they know, and they hear it from me. So
Yes.
That's all real life stuff. Like, real hate is for real life. I mean,
Yeah. Agreed. JT says, I just love opening a Lego bag directly into the mic. It's like a TV standing in my bloodstream. Thank you for this audio.
It's ASMR.
I just imagine, like JT, like taking a bag out of the box and just being like, oh.
It'd be like those guys that get excited over stuff that, like, they see a train and flip out as it goes by. They're like, oh my God.
Wow.
It's like, oh, polyurethane. This is fantastic. Oh, feel it tear. Feel it tear.
Hey, look who made it. 2 Star Wars nerds. What's
Yay.
up? Hope you guys have a good one.
Congratulations.
Yes. The 2 Star Wars nerds are not only technically the 3 Star Wars nerds, but they're well on the way on being 4 Star Wars nerds. So, yes, congratulations to them.
Now there are 2 of them.
No, there are 2. But remember, only 2 there are.
Only 2 there can be. No more, no less. You gotta hang that on the door.
I'm fine. I'm fine with Anakin's approach of just nah.
Wait, which one? The one where he got 2 children, or where he killed a bunch?
Where he just got rid of them all.
Oh god. True Star Wars nerds, hide your children.
I mean, not yours. I mean, your own. You know, I don't want any kids to worry about. I got enough nieces and nephews. I want to buy myself toys. I don't want to buy someone else toys.
Yes.
No, you can't play with them. Don't
Yeah,
touch.
don't touch my Legos. Don't touch my Black Series. Don't touch my helmets.
That's understandable, yeah.
Don't touch
Room
that sword.
stays locked.
Yeah.
You shall not pass.
See, I was thinking about that at some point. I was like, man, in a way, like, because like you would think like if your parents are like, you know, like really interested in something like Star Wars, and then you know the kid like is really interested in Star Wars, that would be like the best thing. But then when you think about it, if you're like sort of collecting some things, and then your dad or your mom is like being an absolute asshole because they're like, no, you can't touch this. You know, this is like the cool like collectible Lego stuff, and then it's like, no, you can't play. It's not for playing. What do you mean? Give it to me. If people ask if we want more kids, that's the quote we will use. Only 2 there are. Very good. Yeah. See, got a good idea on this stream. Already a success. JT will be, don't touch my Legos, child.
Yeah.
The upsides and downsides of being a Star Wars fan. Yeah. It's true though. I mean, I would really not want my stuff to get like lost or chewed up. I don't know.
Chewed up.
Yeah, that's probably why my dad hated me.
Oh no. What? No. Or do you want to talk about it?
I guess I broke some of his stuff.
What
And
kind of stuff are we talking about?
I don't remember.
You should buy better stuff.
Figures or just stuff in general?
I guess train sets.
So just trains.
You know, expensive stuff.
How dare only
Mall, but now turn just trains into just Black Series figures in cardboard.
But trains aren't Star Wars. Black Series figures are Star Wars.
Well,
I know, but like for his dad, the trains were the Black Series Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I've got a coworker that loves trains, and he is like 25, 26, and I'm like, how the fuck do you have this humongous love for trains to the point where he buys train horns to hook them up to an air compressor just to hear them.
I mean, I don't.
Train
think
horns
there's
are
a big
expensive.
difference to any sort of fandom you have towards something.
I don't know, man. Train horns are thousands of dollars. They're heavy. They're metal. You gotta lug them around.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean,
It's not going anywhere anytime soon when it
it's not going anywhere.
What are you gonna do? Like, if I pass away, give my Star Wars shit to a museum, but I don't want to have a big collection of train horns to give somebody.
nobody would want it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a train museum. That's
Yeah.
about it.
If it's a collectible.
But there's a
and
lot of
some
Star
remake.
Wars people that someone could take this and be happy, you know?
Very true.
This thing is
What's
slowly coming together.
Vor? What did
Huh?
Vor eat?
What?
Oh, the trains, probably. Yeah.
No, I didn't
First,
eat the train.
First, he just said trains were better than drugs.
Oh.
Don't
Yeah, at least 2 people
at-
here that disagree.
look at Retro Druid. Don't ick other people's yum. Yeah, right. Did you learn that from the people at Gen Con? We were at Gen Con last weekend, and oh my. Public events, remember celebration, you get to
Alright.
see how people really act sometimes, and it was wild. People
Why?
going crazy over trading card games, like they would never be able to buy them
Okay.
later on. Like rushing the vendor hall, exhibitors, people that like have exhibitor badges and aren't supposed to be buying stuff before all the people that paid to be there, being the
Right.
first ones in line when the thing opens. Like it was, and then I don't know if you saw, but the security was so bad that two guys stole $300,000 worth of Magic cards.
No.
They just
What?
took they just took a pallet jack out.
No.
Wow.
They
Really?
took a pallet jack and like picked up a pallet of Magic cards, took it over to a hand cart flatbed that they had brought in, and loaded it up with them, and then took it back to their hotel. And like, there's been more and more images coming out of these guys along the way, and their identity just came out like yesterday, like their names and everything. So
Right.
they're, I
Like,
think they're still trying to get them.
they're like, we're not even gonna sell them.
Well,
Yeah.
what's worse? Want to hear something worse that'll really make your stomach churn?
What?
They're game developers themselves. Like they are, like it's
Oh, they're just
industry
greedy
people stealing from the
bastards.
industry. You know what I mean?
Greedy
That is so freaking
bastards.
pathetic. That's
It's like Star Wars fans or Star Wars exhibitors stealing from
yeah,
other Star Wars
other
exhibitors.
Star Wars fans. Yeah. I mean, besides that, just being so just fucked up in general. I mean, it's
Yeah, they were caught all over like surveillance too. They were dumb.
yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've seen, like in general, like not even just like the stuff related, but I've seen like so many videos lately of like people just stealing shit blatantly anywhere. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's getting more and more. It's like,
This guy run out of Walmart last night.
Oh.
Right. Just I was walking in the store, and this dude with a black hoodie, black pants, mask, everything. He just sprints out of the store past everybody.
okay.
My dream would
you.
be to trip them right as they're going by,
Yeah.
and like
And
the
then
cops right outside.
Yeah, and then they just break their necks. Oh, well, anyway.
They don't have to break their neck, you know, just trip and fall, and then the cop picks them up, takes them to jail.
Yes.
Security officer.
You guys were talking about
No
kids
cops
eating
involved.
Legos and
Oh, they don't
forcing
have any there?
that hating me. I was
Security only.
That's the funny shit. These official exhibitors stealing magic cards with Smeagol after the One Ring card, but in real they're just like opening the pack like, my priceless shit. No.
Yeah. What's worse though is that card was like the rarest card was already found and sold.
Yeah.
So they're stealing all these cards for nothing.
Was
Looking
it
for the
Post
second rarest
Malone?
card, I guess. Yeah, he owns it now.
Yeah,
He
he
bought
owns
it from the guy.
Yeah. The pandemic made people forget how to act in public. Yeah, I mean, to an extent. But I think it's honestly just, I don't know.
No,
Some
it's the
people are,
mentality that criminals can just do criminal behavior and not get in trouble for it.
but I will say, like, I mean, I feel like like exhibitions should just be aware of this kind of stuff. I mean, the point of it is that sometimes you have things just sort of openly laying around because you want to show things to people, you want to talk with people about it. So I feel like there should be a guaranteed sort of perimeter of security that people can't just get away with fucking stealing that shit. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna get caught, but still, like, they got away with the cards. I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of loss of cards there.
Yeah. What happened with them was that they were there the day before the event started. Like the event started on a Thursday. They stole them on a Wednesday when
So they
everyone was
stole it
just in
before the
setting
event
up.
started, or
So everybody thought that like it was just a bunch of exhibitors walking around the exhibition hall setting up essentially. So they just didn't look suspicious, you know, moving a pallet around.
right. Well, I hope they get caught.
Oh, I think they will. I mean, their identities already came out to where they're screwed.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, you can't hide forever. Then, um, this is the mech. It looks goofy as I thought. uh,
This is my Mac.
this is my
Okay,
mech.
now I'm going to take it apart now.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna bother. I mean, I will
This
say,
is my
you know,
lump of
I'm already
plastic.
already thinking like I can use those pieces, the fingers. Like, I mean, those are always useful for other stuff. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna get use out of this. But I will say the printed tile on the front is actually
Chest.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. The armor.
Come on, focus. No focus. It doesn't want to focus, but you get the picture.
Akus.
Yeah. They stole them before. Yeah, can't even started. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's just shitty in general.
Yeah.
Like, I
Crazy
feel like,
stuff.
especially from that kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, stealing is never okay, but I feel like especially at like these kinds of events where it's really about community and just like people coming together that love the same stuff, and then
Yeah,
there are
conventions are always, you know, nice because you feel like it's a place where everybody loves the same thing. So
right.
it's kind of sad when people that you think are in that community,
Yeah, when someone abuses it, I mean, that's
yeah,
just
especially when they're people that are supposed to be officials, you know, like they're not paying to be there. They're there to sell stuff essentially, and you're paying to be there.
right. Yep.
And then they're
They're
the ones doing the stuff.
robbing from you so they can make more money off of you.
Hmm.
Oh, but robbing from their competitors, which is even worse because it, I
Same.
don't know, encourages more assholery, I feel like,
You,
between each other. Like, I can't imagine being in a company and then being like, oh yeah, we stole from this company, and it not expecting it to come back and get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to work with that company again.
It's ridiculous.
What's crazy is the guys that stole too, is they have like a game that's, I don't know how popular it is, but I had heard of the title of it before I ever heard of these guys stealing stuff. I just never played it or anything. So it's a game that's got some notoriety at least.
Well, I will say, whether or not, I mean, I feel like it's as of how it sounds, I think it's likely they will get caught anyway. But even if
Yeah.
they wouldn't, since their identities have been leaked, I will say that's the one positive that will always come back and like be the karma for people like that, because it's such a usually such a strong standing together community of people. If they know who betrayed them, like they will boycott anything that you will do.
Oh
And
yeah.
uh, that's like quote unquote cancel culture, how it should work if somebody actually did something and not just said something, but actually they stole from people that didn't do anything wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's crazy because I only found out about it through a Facebook group for the event, and it was kind of like what you were saying, where everybody was just like, "Anybody know these guys?" Everybody was trying to find out who they were, and that's how people found them out eventually.
yep, life finds a way.
Yep. If you're an asshole.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I am really in love with this Boba figure. Like, this is pretty much exactly the one from the Skywalker saga. I'm gonna
Nice.
probably buy the because this one unfortunately does not come with the shoulder cape, the Empire Strikes Back one, and I know it's expensive, but I think I'm gonna go buy it just because I think it would look super cool with this entire figure. And probably gonna end up getting that from Firestar Toys, which, by the way, I know Mall's already really getting a lot of stuff from them because they just have a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for accessories, I think they're really good.
Yeah, well, that and custom figures or I mean, official figures too. They've got them.
Yeah. Well, I usually think the things that I get the most are either official figures, because they actually have surprisingly good prices. I mean, they're not cheap by any means, like if they're sort of rare-ish figures, but they're still like a solid price, and you can be pretty sure they're good quality. They're not like scratched up or anything, so that's always good. That's better than, you know, what can happen if you buy them from eBay or something. But yeah, I honestly mainly love getting just accessory stuff from them because they have just a lot of stuff, a lot of random stuff. Can be a rabbit hole to go down on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
JT says, "Strike! You're picking up the mouth of Sauron bus I sent you." No. No. I mean, it's really cool. Like, I don't know, you guys probably have not seen, or actually, wait, this is not my PC, so I'm not gonna be able to show. Basically, it's like a custom like Mouth of Sauron like bust, sort of like the helmet sets.
Hmm.
And
I
it's like
ended up with
really
a
well
hammer
done.
anyway.
Huh?
I ended up with a hammer anyway.
Nice. Hey, Avela, there's a hammer.
Bink.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool, and the funny thing was that the teeth for like the, you know, because I mean you can only really see the mouth. The teeth are made out of B1 battle droid heads. So yeah,
That would be cool at
fun
least.
of parts. Yeah, well, I can send it to you later on Instagram, or JT. I mean, JT sent it, so maybe he can send it. But yeah, it looked really cool. But if they would bring out like actually those helmets, I think probably the only one that I would even consider buying would probably be Sauron himself or the Witch King. Yeah, Witch King of Angmar. Because like, yeah, I mean, Mouth of Sauron is just like, it's cool, but
Gimli. What about Gimli?
Gimli,
Gimli's probably got a cool little helmet they could make out of Legos.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, there are a lot of helmets. Like, I mean, for instance, like the Gondorian, you know, knights, and like the Rohirrim, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot to choose from, or like even like going back to like Elendil and like Isildur. Oh my god, I just saw another post about it. One of the dudes was wearing Castle Assault shirt. What Castle Assault?
That's their game. One of them was wearing their actual games.
They were wearing the shirts of their game while stealing someone else's card. Oh, come.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Wonder how high they were.
I think the theft happened during people setting up the stall of exhibits. People are constantly moving around, a bit hard to keep track of it. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. And they knew that. That's what's sad about it. Because they knew that. That's why they did it. Because they're exhibitors themselves.
Of course, because they're blending in. No, I mean,
Yeah,
that's really just really, really petty. Just shitty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely never buying that
why
game.
We can't have nice things.
Never buying that game.
No. Nope. I mean, I'm not that big into that kind of stuff anyway, but yeah. But I know Magic the Gathering is like crazy big. So
Yeah.
Imagine their next game being like a sneaky thief game.
It's like go to Walmart and steal some cards. Come back.
Make sure to wear the clothes of your employer.
Yeah, make sure to wear a shirt that says Castle Assault or whatever.
Yeah, wherever you work, wear your work shirt with your work badge.
Yeah.
I've built a donut.
Oh, nice. That is truly a donut. Yeah. This is just... I really wonder who signed off on this. You know, like, let's make Star Wars mechs. Like,
what about the Stormtrooper one? Did you see that?
Yeah, but I mean, that one is honestly, in that sense, even worse. Just because, like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's the Stormtrooper.
Who's gonna get that one? At least Vader or Boba Fett.
I'm telling you, I mean, this one may be the Darth Vader, even though Darth Vader has been in so much stuff, not even like with arm printing in like relatively affordable sets. So I don't even think that one is a good big set. I think this one is like the only one people will buy really, and that's just because this figure, nothing else. Yeah, that's the nice Vader with the arm printing. Yeah. What head underneath does he have? Is it the? 'Cause I know they've
Gray
been
head.
sometimes changing it up, but I think for the most part it usually stayed the same. So bright. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's like actually sort of looking like, you know, episode 6. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, but that's a nice one. Cool. I think, I mean, it's kind of like on the same line as like this Boba head print. It's like actually really nice, and like I think in general, I think that's actually one of the few things that come on, whatever, you saw it early. One of the few things that I think Lego has actually been doing a really good job at was like likeness of characters, or at least in Star Wars. I don't really pay attention to the other stuff, but yeah, I think those have been really nice. They were just doing research. Yep. Just doing research. But yeah, I guess because otherwise it would be a bit clickbaity. The title of the stream is Fox in Pink, and you might wonder, why is that? Let's go on a wild adventure of wildness. So
A wild adventure of wildness.
a wild adventure of wildness. So wait, let me.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, because it's
I'm
about
not prepared to handle this.
It is about the. Let me just get this window over here. The thing is that there is the New Republic gunship coming out at some point. I don't remember the exact date. The Coruscant gunship. So with the nice red color scheme, it has Commander Fox. It has 2 shock troopers. It has Padme and Palpatine. Let's see. 2023. But the thing is, I'll just start talking about it already, even though I haven't pulled it up yet. The thing is, particularly Commander Fox has some major printing issues because the thing is that, I mean, we all know how Commander Fox looks like, so I mean, we know what he's supposed to look like. The thing is that, so Commander, actually, okay, I'll pull this up so it makes more sense. The thing is that the print is really unclean, and because Lego's printing seems to be really bad when it's like when they're printing white on a color. So what that basically results in is this, which if you sort of see, I'm gonna try and like zoom in a little bit more. It looks pink because it's a red torso, and they printed white on it, but the white is not like, you know, clear enough, or like, you know,
through a little.
yeah, so you can see the red underneath sort of, and so it looks pink. So it's like a red and pink Commander Fox. And then also like the stripe on top here is like way too thin. It should be like the entire like what do you call it? The fin, helmet fin part. And then on top of that, we don't get
Visor?
a cloth comma, and the sun visor is gray instead of black. And it's like, come on, really? But yeah, that's just kind of what we got to deal with.
Does Lego care anymore?
Find out next time. Well, I'm just really sad because it's a Barbie crossover. It's just really sad because I think a lot of us clone fans have really been wanting them to do more commanders, just named troopers. So seeing like a Commander Fox finally coming out, but then just having these quality issues is just really sad to me, at least, because I think it could have honestly, if the white, and I mean the other thing is there's also like a bit of like there's too much white, like on the chest plate it should just be the chest that's white, but like for some reason they also painted like the armor underneath the belly or like over the belly also white, and it should be red. So that's even just a design flaw completely. So that is just really sad to see, because like none of this stuff should be difficult to figure out. So yeah, rip to our boy Fox. But I mean, overall, at least the gunship seems to look very nice. I think scale-wise, it's a nice sort of size. I think it actually looks pretty good for being considerably smaller than the last one. And in the leaked pictures, it wasn't really clear what color of red they were using. It kind of looked like they were using the light red, but thankfully it's the dark red that they're actually using. So that's really good, because that was like a thing where I was like, oh, that would not look good, and luckily it's dark red. So the gunship itself actually looks really nice. The Padme figure and the Palpatine figure are probably the best ones, just accuracy-wise and how they look. And then the shock troopers have the holes in the helmets that make them look a bit goofy, so that's kind of sad too, but what are you gonna do? Then other than that, I mean, all of the Ahsoka sets honestly look really cool. I don't know, have any of you seen any of the Ahsoka sets?
No.
No, I can pull them up real quick. All right. Present. All right. So one of the sets is this one. It's the like Jedi shuttle, the T6.
Right, that's nice.
And this one is a really nice set. Yeah, I'm actually like this one. I am genuinely thinking about picking up, because I mean, we have the gosh, I forget his name, but from the Clone Wars, the droid Yan, was it Yan?
The Barbie crossover.
Something. The Inquisitor, which we don't completely know yet what he's about. Ahsoka. I think the Ahsoka, like the new Leku for Ahsoka, it's a new mold. Looks really nice. And the Sabine figure, I think, is also looking quite nice. The helmet is like the nice like dark silver, like the gunmetal silver. So I think that set is quite good. Then the other set, let's go here. The other set is the, oh gosh, what is it? The E-Wing, I believe. The E-Wing versus the Shin Hatis. Oh yeah, that's the, I think that's the other Dark Jedi character.
The Apprentice,
Like that
yeah.
Starfighter, so basically a 2-pack. And I've never been too familiar with like the, like the E-Wings, and that I think they are like sort of in the Jedi Academy timeline, sort of. Correct me if I'm
It's
wrong.
like a New Republic fighter.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
after the. It's a
Yeah.
lot of EU material.
Right. Yeah. No. Exactly. Like it's from the EU. And I'm not too familiar with it, but I actually quite like the design. It's like X-wing, but just different. It's got sort of like the X-wing body, just a bit more, smaller package, a bit more robust looking. So yeah, and I mean the figures, I think think the draw will be more on the dark side figures here, because I mean you get both of the Dark Jedi, and you get the Magistrate. So I think that will probably be the draw for that one. And then obviously the Ghost. I think the Ghost looks phenomenal as a set. I think that is just a great set overall. Like also with like the mini build of the Ghost, the Shifa Beat shuttle. I mean, obviously it's like super small, but I think the build itself looks really good. And also, I don't know if we talked about it too much, but how glad are we that Jason Solo has been redesigned?
Oh yeah, I've heard people talking about that, saying that maybe it was just hair dye or some shit, which would kind of make sense. Like in the scene we saw with him with green hair.
Right. Yeah. Well, it would make sense, right? Because I mean, if he's
Sabine's his aunt,
human, it would make sense. He would be sort of looking like similar to Kanan, so brown hair would make sense. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it was just Sabine messing around, going, "Oh, what
Yeah.
hair like your mom?" You know.
I could see that. You know, Sabine just like in his sleep, like dyeing his hair and then being like, "Ha." Yeah, but I mean, obviously, then Hera also Chopper is in there. Two other characters that we don't know yet, at least not personally. And that is, I think, it from Ahsoka. Then I think you can already buy it, the 332nd Ahsoka Clone Troopers pack. Yeah. Not a fan of the holes in the helmets for the normal troopers, and like Captain Vaughn could have used a bit more red paint details on his helmet to actually make him look like Vaughn, but yeah. Yeah. Avila's dog Cora is kind of making a scene.
Ruckus.
Styling says E-Wing Starfighter was supposed to be the replacement for the X-Wing. Had a few design issues, namely need a special droid for navigation. Right. Yeah, you can see the special droid in the trailer. Yeah, because yeah. Which is also like an interesting concept to include in Star Wars, like sort of like mechanics or whoever working on new designs for new starfighters, but then the new starfighter just not being as efficient as the old one. Like, I mean, the X-Wing is just such a solid design. Right, which added cost, which I mean that's usually because like yeah, I mean the good thing about the X-Wings is that I mean because I mean it was a rebellion that took them and like sort of designed more stuff on them and worked on them and had to like use pretty much like spare parts to put them together. I mean that's why they're like I guess like at least comparing them to TIE fighters cheap, and they're just damn good and efficient. So
same with those Y-Wings. I love how those Y-Wings come from the Clone Wars.
Exactly. It's a good design if they survive that long. I mean,
you just strip them down.
Shuttle for sure. Yeah, I think those are good choices. T6 for sure. Yeah, there's
I was gonna say I do like pretty much all those sets. It'd be hard to choose.
Yeah.
They're all
And
pretty good.
I think you're gonna like a set that is rumored at the moment, because there's a rumored set of a big sort of battle pack which includes I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 just normal white clone troopers and like 2 super battle droids and 2 normal battle droids.
There we go.
Yeah. So literally the perfect army builder. So hopefully.
What did you think of? I was gonna say, what did you think of my my Gen Con haul of minifigures?
Quite a haul. Yes, I liked a lot of them. Yeah, quite a few different ones.
Yeah, it was just a table that had a ton of Lego minifigures set up, and I was just looking through them for all the Star Wars ones that I wanted.
Yeah, there were a lot of good ones I saw. A lot of good ones.
And that super tactical droid was in there.
Yeah, I'm a bit salty about that one because I remember always wanting that one, but at the time when I was like even aware of it, it was like, I mean, the set was retired long and it was like getting super expensive. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean that those places are the best, place to randomly find this kind of stuff because then usually people also don't want the crazy prices for it. So
Yeah, it was all right. It was pretty affordable, similar to like going online to a specialty place for minifigures.
mm,
But, right there in person, easier to
yeah,
browse and do, and maybe get a deal if you get a bunch.
right, exactly. Yep. Yep. I see, Pata, I think it sort of looks like you're slowly, decking out
God,
the.
this thing is ridiculous. Yeah, this is just the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just now to the point of having a floor. Like I was sitting here going, "Where's the floor?" And then I got the steps and this floor to finally form right here.
No. Percy says, saving my pennies for the vendor UCS set later this year. Only gonna have 2 figs, but your Lara minifig looks really good. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. I really want the Venator probably, but I'm definitely not going to pick it up on release. It's just, I think I'm gonna try and catch it like in a store when they just put those big thingies on sale, because it's just a lot of money. And the thing is also, I actually haven't looked, but I mean the Rex I think is also coming with just the printed like comma, and also the like helmet holes that are wrong. I mean, surprise, surprise. So yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate, but what are you gonna do?
I built a donut with a rim.
Is that a leg or that's a leg?
I don't know. It just kind of like does nothing yet. I
Kind of
guess.
wobbles around.
Yeah, it just kind of just. It just does that.
Doesn't look that threatening yet.
It falls apart.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I'm like actively working on my custom Mando cosplay. I've been like sanding and sawing like the past 3 days. She's not listening. 3 days, I think. Nothing. And that's been really fun. And I've seen Nick, who unfortunately is not here today. I've seen him his post because he now finally got his Watto's Junkyard West Star 34, and it's so beautiful. It's not even funny. It's just magnificent. I'll look for a picture because like it is just so nice. Let me see. Did the Maniac just put it in general?
Yeah.
My gosh. Nick, if you see this, please put your nice pics of your Westers in art, lightsabers, statues, and whatever.
The right place.
The right
Yeah.
place. Exactly.
I complained
Also,
to myself.
oh man, yeah. Like, holy fuck. There's way too much stuff there in general. Ah, there we go.
What's the whole point of general?
Yeah, I suppose. That's not for my argument, though, Vor. Stop. All right, there you go.
Go for
I mean, this thing is so and I mean, look at this.
Let's say, look at the
Oh
reflection.
man, look at this stunning stature right here with the phone. I mean, that's just royal form right there. You can see he's a Brit.
he's a
Definitely.
Brit.
But real talk. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, this is so nice. And I mean, it's like machine parts. I'm pretty sure. Like it's metal, so I mean, it really feels nice in the hand and just proper. Like, not gonna lie, after I saw this, I was like, I want it. And I actually already like messaged the like Waters Junkyard on when they're doing their next run again.
How much was it?
Too much. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to expose myself. What I would be willing to pay.
Don't want to expose myself.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's if you want a pair, it's like around 600. So like 300 per blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good chunk.
But I mean, that's about the same as for a replica lightsaber from like things like Corbin for whenever. So I guess in that way you get 2 blasters instead of 1 lightsaber. So
he's justifying it.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, you know,
makes sense.
Nothing beats a good blaster or blasters at your side. So.
That don't actually blast anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
But I can throw them.
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing a run anytime soon, then I will probably not be buying anything else until then. Just saving up. Although I think they also do have installments, so that's good. So I would maybe come back to that. Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, Bor, how's that sideshow Luke?
Oh, it's still in its box.
Still in its box.
Aww.
Look at
it's in its box in the other room.
The legend has arrived. Look at
He's
him.
here.
Hey.
What?
Yes. Okay, let's.
Nap time.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you all.
Nice to see you make an appearance.
Yeah, I try to put the camera so nobody sees how shitty the room is at the moment. As untidy, so yeah. But I
What
will
do
do.
you mean? I'm sure. I can't see it, so I'm sure it's really tidy.
Yeah, you know, my room is always so tidy.
It's all tidied up, always.
Yeah. I tried to find out how long I was last time I made the Darth Vader. I will put it Darth Vader. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't actually remember. How far did you get last time?
I think it was like page. I don't remember.
Because
I don't even remember it.
There was an intruder that was like, had to be held because the intruder would eat pieces or something. So.
Yep, that's true. Oh,
but, yes.
Oof,
Hi
to
you from Stanley's.
Hello, Stanley's. Nice to see you. Yeah, actually, I was just I don't used to be this smart. I had actually like sort of like paper, so I know which I was. Otherwise, I would have to start from the beginning.
Yes, that's very smart. Also, I just figured I might show this off on a side note because I know last time you guys saw them on my end of the spectrum, but yes, Avela did take the children and leave. No.
What?
But yeah, all the cute ones like Wicked too. They're here.
You're having one like Aiden?
No. We're not gonna talk about that here. For Aiden's sake, we're not gonna talk about it.
By the way,
Shout out
about
to
yeah. about buying stuff, Strike, do you think I should show people what I bought?
Oh, you could. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
so
for
just
YouTube guidelines, this is not a real weapon.
yeah. So just a little bit background. So we played PUBG with Strike and Avala and other people, and then I went to this shop where you can buy toys for adults. Not that kind of toys, Elindor. Not that kind of toys, but toys. And then I was like, I was a little bit joking.
You're
I was a
going
little bit-
into a different district, are we?
yeah. So then we were actually going to buy some more ammo to our. It's not airsoft guns, but some. What is it called? Air guns.
Oh, air guns,
maybe.
Yeah.
So then because I'm really shit in PUBG, and I usually shoot with the wrong gun, according to Strike, which is true. So I was like, I will buy myself a mini Uzi. So I bought this one.
Oh, okay. I had a squirt gun that looked like that when I was a kid.
Yeah, and it's quite heavy, and it was quite heavy, and I feel so male when I have it in my hand. That kind of toy.
The true PUBG experience.
Yep. So now I think I'm really good at PUBG, but I still suck. It didn't help to have a real one.
It's just about how you feel, you know.
Yeah. But sorry, children out there, back to Lego. Lego is much more. Lego is much more safe.
Much
I don't know
No,
about
man, you can
that.
choke on Legos. That you couldn't swallow that thing.
That's true.
Yeah, you
That's
could
true.
really mess someone's day up with some Lego.
You could step on them.
Yeah, they're like mines, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Even
don't
if you
even
got
blow you
boots on,
away.
you
They
can
just hurt your
fall.
feet.
Well, so what have you all? What have the rest of you been up to? I've been painting the house. That's why I'm a little bit late. What have you been
Oh,
doing?
he's doing real work.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
doing
yep,
real work.
yep.
Yes. Well, I mean, they've just been building. Pata has barely finished the groundworks for his trench run. Maul is still putting the ground together for the final duel. And when the legend enters the stream, Charlie appears. Man, I got here at the interesting time for his birthday here.
Oh,
Don't shop. Well, awesome, man. And Mr. Legend also loved her. What's up, Charlie? Yes, I imagine that was hell of a roller coaster to come into.
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Yes.
Bag 4.
So pretty much that has been happening.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through. I'm bored.
You're stealing my Lego.
Yes, I'm stealing your Lego now. See, that's the downside of having a Star Wars boyfriend.
What are the odds?
What are the? I know it looks horrible, right? Yeah, I
Is
know.
she crying?
Yeah, I think she's crying.
No,
Was
that's
she like no lumpy?
No. It's pretty shit, right? Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Why?
Why would anyone want this?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't even
I mean,
want
this one people are going to buy for this, but I mean, the other two are just a stormtrooper, and the other one is Darth Vader. No, hey, no, stop eating Legos.
Is there
See?
I mean,
See,
really,
that's
Just
dangerous.
like-
You could swallow
Yeah, see,
those.
yeah.
as Maul was saying, you're proving Maul's point. Legos are dangerous because you can eat them.
Avella, she's just like 20 years. She's just like 20 years ago.
She's just 20 years. Yeah, she'll she'll grow out of it.
Mm.
We all stop eating Legos eventually.
Yeah, like I did. Yeah, last year. It was a great day.
what Charlie said?
What? Life Day only a few months away. Don't worry. Oh, okay.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Excited.
Very excited. Yay.
Like,
Hi. Can I help you?
Where my other leg goes at?
What?
Where my other leg goes
Other Lego set?
at? No, my leg. Guys.
Your
Okay.
guys.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Great.
I think somebody stole my
Beach
Lego
Vader.
now.
How far is that on his map?
I don't know. You can
I'm
ask.
like on page 51 out of let's see 252.
Oh no!
So that's
I,
like shit.
I have a prediction that he's not going to finish this.
He might.
Yeah.
trying to say that with a straight face.
It's a possibility, at least.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
I could
like
try
really
to find.
surprises us.
I could
Yeah, you never
really
know.
try to find a rebuild a build from eBay or something and go after it.
Rebuilt.
Like, this is
But come on.
what I'm supposed to look for manual way.
That's what we need. We need to create like a marketplace for pre-built Legos, where people just buy the sets, have us assemble them, and mail them to them assembled.
Real
Mm.
talk. I had a friend when I was like in 3rd grade, and I mean I already had Lego Star Wars at the time, and he had like a lot of Lego. He was, you know, he had kind of, you know, rich parents, so like he had like a lot of sets. But he was actually like so lazy, like he wouldn't really want to build the sets, so he actually offered me money to build like I think his Republic gunship for him. And the good friend I am, of course I took the money. Yes, of course.
Of course.
But did you build it?
I did. I did.
Okay.
You know, I did build
I
it.
mean,
Yeah, I
that's the
could have
best
just
of
taken the
both
money and been like,
worlds.
all right, bye.
You get to build a Republic gunship, and you got money.
Right. I mean, you know, for me that was a win-win. The experience, because I think I also didn't own that one, so
How
So-
much money did you get?
I don't remember. I think it was like, I think it was actually quite a lot. I think it was like 50. Yeah, as I said, was I think yeah.
$50. Here, put this together.
Well,
But that does apply to painting houses also.
no,
I mean, I
No.
know a guy that has a house that should be
that needs to be
painted.
painted.
Is he sitting on
no.
the floor building Legos?
I don't know. Might be. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
It's a secret.
Yeah, no, sounds very tempting, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Right.
Yes.
This is what I've built so far.
What? Now 2 legs.
I'm
2
gonna
Lego
make
legs.
some weird like
What is it doing?
This is the crab droid from
Oh.
Mandalorian.
Oh,
Yeah.
there.
the thing that tried killing.
Tried to eat Den. Tried to suck his blood out.
No.
Yeah.
What? What do you want?
This is the battle
Okay.
where she got the dark saber back.
When you get your console on your phone.
No.
I'm holding too much focus on
No, you're not.
Oh, guess who else is on the bag for?
Huh?
You can look at it.
So-
I said, guess who else is on the bag for now?
You.
I
You.
don't know.
What's in the bag? Are we gonna see a little bit of Palpy? Actually, I'm interested also because I have not really looked at those sets that closely. So I wonder if the the face print for Palp is also different. I mean, probably should be.
What the heck is it? Can anybody see? No, it's too small. I wonder what that one part is.
Which one? The small one?
Yeah, the small one.
The indigot piece. It's sort of like it's angled. You know the way I've been sanding Avela's armor pieces?
Yeah.
That angle.
Okay.
Hey, that's so useful that you wanted that finish on your armor piece. I was just able to describe the Lego piece that way.
That's probably. It's.
What's in the box? Exactly.
Do you think it's this one?
Right. Let's put it on big. Yes, that's the one. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
So just one more of those.
In 1975, they didn't have any one of these.
I imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might run into quite a few more pieces that have not existed then.
Yeah. Let's see now. Like that. Hello. Oh, hello.
Oh,
There's someone in my room.
was
I
just
know what
behind you.
happened.
No, she's on the
Transported
other
here.
screen. Wait, let's put that on big screen. Hey, and there's the little monkey that was trying to eat the pieces last time.
Yes.
Bark, 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 bark.
It's not easy to be a dog,
No.
but it's much easier to be me than to be me. See, that
Also,
one right there.
interestingly enough, that in this set, because they I mean they used to do this all the time, but I think they actually have not been doing this sometimes lately. They also gave like the sun visors, even though Boba doesn't even need the sun visor, but they included it anyway. But I mean that's nice. I don't really need them, but I would imagine like if you're a kid and don't have that many accessories, that would be nice. And now the monkey has arrived here.
Bark, bark, bark. Jesus.
Are you sure that's not animal abuse?
I don't think it even knows what's happening.
No, as usual.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
No clue.
No clue. It's okay. No clue.
But this is, I mean, this is too difficult.
Lock dog. Best dad in the galaxy shirt, Mr. Legend, very accurate.
But this is too difficult. I would just throw my Lego into the wall pretty soon.
Oh no.
I got two big fingers. Should I saw them or something?
The fingers or the pieces?
The finger, because I don't want to destroy the Lego.
I feel like that is a sane solution.
Yeah.
And by the way, for anyone who's wondering, yes, Avila is very bored.
She should be building Legos.
She's
Yeah.
very
I
bored.
think the dog is imagining what the floor feels like.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, you could also have a go outside and paint the house if you want. If you really
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
yeah, hey, you can paint the house. No.
Yeah.
You need to
I
have
mean-
more Legos.
No, I don't have money.
I don't have money either.
Great.
You
Same
can, I
pain.
can destroy my.
You could take this piece of shit apart and then build it again.
No.
No? Okay. Well,
I got more crab leg. That legs don't fall off.
let's see in the catalog what they're saying we should buy. Or are they saying anything at all? They're not even. Oh wait, no. Okay, yeah. So like, I mean, I'm gonna show off the other mechs, and then everyone can say just like if they would buy it or not. So first we start with the Stormtrooper. You can see it's
white.
It's white, and it's a Stormtrooper.
A lot of white.
I mean,
Got a better chance.
I just don't see it. Like, I mean, and then with the oh gosh, inverted camera is killing me. And then with the Vader, I mean, the Vader one, I think the Vader mech suit. I mean, as far as a mech suit looking good as even possible, but I think it's the worst.
Worst.
So yeah, I really don't think there are gonna be a lot of sales, huh? What? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen 2 people build boba already, but that's it out of people I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the boba one, I've been literally seeing so many people being like, "Well, I will buy the boba because the minifigure is so good." And I mean, that's the thing. It is like it's genuinely just a really good boba figure. It's probably one of the best we've had recently, in a cheap and affordable set, I might add. Because I mean, this is essentially like UCS quality with like the arm printing and stuff. So yeah, I mean that one is like really worth it in that sense. But yeah, the other two, like I know the Stormtrooper has like a slightly different print on the legs and like the torso, but that's literally it. And I believe the same print. The Stormtroopers have the same print in the trash compactor set, where it's like Luke and Han disguised as Stormtroopers. I believe it's the same print for the Stormtroopers, so it's not even a one-off sort of special one. And I mean, the Vader's not special. We've had that one since literally 2015, I think, at this point. Or 2018. I don't want to over-exaggerate. I think 18. But still. So, yeah. I think the mechs in that department are, I think, going to flop a little bit. Life Day Buddy, you could also give Strike a ponytail again.
Yes.
No.
Good idea.
No. No.
Yeah.
If you no. I want to talk about. I want to talk about a
No.
pin. Can I talk? No.
No, you can't.
What? Why can I not?
Because you're getting ponytail.
Pigtails.
Oh, let's
Yep.
get
What?
it. Big
No.
He got upgraded to pigtails.
The Imperial infiltration droid from Rebels would make a good set for that style. Thank you, Stanley. I totally agree. I am just being tortured right now.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, give it to me. What you think life is going to be like with a Star Wars girlfriend versus what it's actually?
Hey, at least she's not giving you Leia buns.
Don't give
Close
her
enough.
ideas. Charlie, I just want to say I hate you, and I say that in the most loving way I can.
Life Day ponytail.
That looks so good. I would take a picture.
I hope Ronnie doesn't appear.
No.
This is
No, we
weird.
have.
Probably like,
Yeah.
I'm already here.
No, I'm taking it off.
No, wait. Not enough pictures.
So ponytail, adult shop. Soon we are doing Barbie Legos, all of us.
Can I take it off now?
No.
Why not? No. No.
No.
He's turning into Gollum.
Reminding them.
I'm keeping those. Keeping those. No. This has really turned from a Lego stream to a what the hell is happening stream. Here you go.
Yeah. Hey, but I got an alibi. It wasn't my idea. Or maybe a little bit.
It was such a lovely day. I should have just kept on building my armor.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah,
You can't win.
for-
You can't win every time.
Yes. But also for Malset, I really like the new hairpiece they're using for Luke. I think it's quite accurate,
Hairpiece. Right.
better than what they were using before.
Window's pretty serious.
The window.
Yeah, putting the window together is pretty serious.
Yeah.
That Imperial window. Got these little like
yeah, that's a lot of-
panels,
yeah,
and they're all hooking on this ring.
yeah, a lot of. Everyone's building. War, how are the legs coming along? Still just 2. He's never gonna be able to walk.
Okay,
He's
That
never
thing's
gonna
supposed to be a
catch up.
spider.
even though they gotta change up something. Oh yeah, the 2 rears. Okay, the 2 fronts are different. Impressed that they give you these now.
Well, they've given those out in sets for a while.
Yeah, back when I used to build Legos, you had to buy these at the store.
Tim, I'm happy you showed up, but not for that sentiment. But what's up? Hey, glad you stopped by.
I don't know if their lives matter.
No, I don't. I'm afraid they don't to me, but that's okay.
I get a Grogu saber that says that Legos suck.
uh, to each their own. Yeah, we're just building some Lego.
What the heck?
Avila is a bit much bored. I don't know what she's got planned now.
Oh, the heck. Something's wrong with my building.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Legend, what's the situation?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Something is seriously wrong now.
Something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Now I'm worried.
Maybe I should focus on building and not saying stupid things. That
He's been
could have
upgraded.
See, what the heck happened here? Oh well, I will start from page 1 then. Can't be true. I will soon you have to come down and try to up, not down, and see if you can save me.
Save
It
your
looks like
dad.
things are going really well for Strike.
Because,
Ah,
oh, this is true.
He's having a good
did
time.
not know Force could move ears like that. That's a pretty good talent.
That's every time I'm doing this.
He has the power.
Bag 5.
Wow.
Mm. That's
Only 6 more legs to go.
I'll be happy when these windows are done.
That one small thing is done.
Help your dad.
Are you sure it's a good idea?
Yes. I mean, probably not, but the entertainment factor will probably be there. No, I mean, you're a big help. Go help him.
Okay.
Oh,
He needs you.
He needs
Yeah.
you. You're
And
his
what?
only hope.
Yeah. And while
Right,
she's
help is
gone.
on the way.
Yeah. And while she's gone, that's why you get children to help you play doing Legos. But don't tell
Yeah.
her. Don't tell her. She's adopted. Remember.
She's adopted her. Yeah.
Okay. Alert.
What seems to be the
Yeah. Can you see? Can
She
you see
has
her?
arrived.
Yeah, she has arrived. Can you see? There's like a spot over there, but it shouldn't be there. So what the heck
what
did it?
spot?
Like a tail hole, like a hole. There's no hole here.
No, there is.
Is there a hole?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, you can see a bit of the gray there.
no.
Yes.
Can't be a hole because there is like 1, 2, 3.
No. Really.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're not. I don't believe you.
You want a third opinion?
Yeah. Yep. Come up, please.
All right. How long
All
am I
night
waiting?
waiting.
I need the expert now because this is serious business. This is the not the way, but this is the decisive point. Will I ever build Lego again? Because if I'm wrong, I will go out to the road and drive the Lego with my car. But yeah. So should this be here or not?
Oh.
This like hole gap. Is the gap here or not? I don't think there's a gap.
There is a gap.
Wait. No, there's. That's a really odd perspective. Wait, but no. Okay, yeah, there is a gap because here you can see on the next step. Look.
So you think there's a gap?
Because like, it's a 4-tile piece.
Yeah.
So look.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's over there. Here.
Yeah,
I have it here.
Oh, yeah, I got one. Because look, here.
Yeah.
It's those two are on top and it ends, and
I mean-
here it's the two on top end there, and it's
Okay,
here.
so it
there's
should
a
be
gap.
okay.
Yeah.
Whoever did this Lego drawing, I'm going
Yeah, I
to
know,
call this
but I
person.
will say the perspective, especially on that one.
I mean, this is like
Obvious.
no, it's
No,
not
it's
obvious.
not.
It's crap.
Obvious.
It has been
Crap.
I mean, how? I mean, if like a 50-year-old engineer, highly educated engineer, cannot read this drawing, then how the heck can a 2-year-old understand this? I mean, or 7-year-old.
18 plus.
18 plus. Okay. Okay. So how the heck does an 18 plus just from high school gonna do is when a 50-year-old engineer can't do? I mean, this is crap. You just heard it from me. Lego is crap. I mean the drawing. Sorry, not Lego itself. Yeah, thank you for not helping me. No. I mean, this is. Yeah. I think I will start to write diary and tell about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some like almost legendary parts of instructions where people have shared like steps that literally are like displayed in a way that are impossible to put bricks on, like where it's like perspective wise, it looks so like non-logical. So they're really good at that.
Yeah. Oh no. I think I will have nightmares because of this. Like we told, Lego is like a weapon. It might
Truly,
make you
a
really
weapon of the mind. It destroys the
Yeah.
mind, makes you
Yeah,
crazy.
see nightmares. Okay, well, I guess I should be happy. I don't have to like take every pieces apart and start from the beginning. So.
Hmm.
Hey, but thank you for the help.
Yes, of course. the quick sort of streamception, like one time this person is on that screen and then suddenly he appears in the other screen.
Yeah, magic of internet.
Yes, like if I really wanted to, I could run up behind War,
Yeah, that would be cool.
but I don't want to.
Yeah, you could, but you won't. Don't. Yeah.
I like how War just looked behind it.
Okay. Yeah, but there's somebody standing behind him now. Who is that?
Uh-oh. Yeah, who's behind you
Uh-oh.
for?
Boogeyman. Hmm.
So, what has your summer been like, people? Or are there anyone from Australia here? In that case, how has your winter been?
Or has there been, or is anyone from Hawaii? I mean, I know there isn't, but then
Oh,
your
my
current summer
wife's
would be crispy.
my wife's mother is from Hawaii, but she just moved back to the States like 2 months ago.
Whoa,
Ooh.
lucky woman, dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
That's
bad.
pretty crazy. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. Like really bad. Like can't imagine living there. Yeah. When disaster strikes. No, it's like not stars related, but just I mean, it's just I mean, as far as I pieced it together, it seems to have been just like sort of like terrible turn of events of like the fire, but then like the fire got spread because of the tornado. So isn't I think if I didn't understand it wrong, I think that's why it was like so far spread and like destroyed so much. Something like that. Yeah.
Making progress. Bag 4 is almost done.
I think War's still on his next leg.
Boris just slowly working on the legs. That's all he's doing.
War's just enjoying the ride, you know, like the you know, the path is the experience.
Fuck the path.
Not the path.
What? So you're not a Jedi?
Sith. Screw it. Burn it all.
You're a Sith? What?
Damn.
What? Since when?
Mandalorian is the way. I will say I like part of me having so much fun right now building like my Mando. I feel like I'm having withdrawal symptoms from Celebration. I genuinely miss that environment. I mean, not that I think
Yeah.
it has to happen more often, but just in a positive way, I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I get that.
Charlie said 2 conventions in a year, possibly 3 coming up in December, and going to teach a semester at Catawba College. So far this year is awesome. Nice.
That sounds really nice.
Charlie Summer has
I think
been
that's Catawba.
Catawba. Okay.
Catawba?
Catawba.
Tutankhamun?
I think it's Kawabunga.
No.
Oh no, Vor disagrees.
Yeah.
He said no.
You could say Vor's Vader and he would disagree.
No.
No.
Mm.
I just I kind of stole a piece from Avela. She knows about it, but I like put this silver piece on top of the blaster, and now it kind of looks like the Empire Strikes Back blaster a little bit. I'm just doing whatever I can. I don't have anything to build anymore.
Oh man, I'm almost done with bag 4. Last couple pieces.
I mean,
How
you
many
did.
bags are there in total for the duel?
Then I'm on the last one.
And you're on the last one. All right, nice. Then
Yeah.
you're actually, Pata. How are you looking? Like, what bag are you on out of how many?
Give me a second and I'll show.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna finish. I'm about to start my last bag.
Nice. All right, then both of you will be on the last bag. I'm afraid the legend will probably have to come on another stream. So sad.
Well, I think I will make it. I only have 3 bags more. And 200 pages. I mean, how hard
It's
can
going
it be?
to pay. Right.
You're
The
close.
size of the bag matters too.
I mean, if I just put everything together and put some glue, then it's sort of like ready.
Right.
Then I used
Yeah,
all
I
the
mean, you
parts
could
and
just
they are
like
fit
sort of like
together.
yeah. I mean, it's basically just sort of a ball shape, and then
Yeah.
I mean, you could just glue it together. I think
And I can actually cut out the like sort of from the package, the picture, and then glue it to the
right, glue it
ball.
on. Yes,
Yeah,
and then
so it looks
nobody's
like Darth
gonna
Vader's
notice. I mean,
helmet. No.
if you just have it staying on the shelf, who's gonna know? It probably looks better with just the
Nobody
cardboard.
will know. Where the heck did I put the package now?
Okay, I'll be right back.
I mean, I'm ready already. Don't you like it? I was really quick. It's ready.
Again.
I blame it on the bad lighting.
All right. Boba Fett, where? Yes. Oh yeah, Charlie. I guess you weren't there when I showed this off, but yeah, the Boba Fett that was in this set. The light, come on. Right, I'll get the light more over here. The Boba Fett in this set is quite nice if it focuses. Which, of course, there you go. Yep. Yeah, it's really nice. It got the arm printing. On both sides. And the face print is also just really nice. Come on, recognize it as a face. Just do it.
Oh, back. I hate you.
Okay, it doesn't want to. Just take my word for it. It's cool. Yep. On a random side note, we still have 4 active people watching, so thank you guys for sticking around. I know Stanley's has been here from the start. I don't know if
We love you, Stanley.
I don't know if Percy's still hanging around, but I know Percy has been at least in here for quite a while. So appreciate you guys just chilling with us, commenting, giving us topics to talk about. So it means a lot.
It is the claw.
Oh gosh, this actually looks like it, like a hand, like a Terminator hand, sort of.
But they don't move.
I see a season 2 Mandalorian Boba Fett. It's actually the Empire Strikes Back Boba. I do have the Mando season 2 Boba though, so.
If I look at, I just gotta remember what I just did.
So in that way, you're not wrong.
Okay, now I'm just dumping out the pieces.
Holy sneaks more. Charlie's words, not mine.
Yeah, I'm in how. Lego limbo.
Yeah, I don't know what else there really is. I mean, so there we got the Palpatine on. Let me put the bigger. Ooh, with the yellow eyes. Does he have two faces?
Does he glow in the dark?
No, I think. Oh, he does.
Yeah, I would imagine that. Oh, nice. So he has sort of a monotone face look. I like that. I like that look, honestly. That's like just pure evil Palpatine yellow eyes. I like it.
His skin looks like he should glow in the dark.
I have like so many Palpatines, and I mean they all sort of look the same. So it's like kind of funny because like if you do stop motions, I mean that's really what you want, like a bunch of faces with like slightly different expressions, and then you could even make it seem like they talk and stuff. But that's a really nice face, double face. I like it. The yellow eyes. And is the window done? Like with the repeated steps?
For the most part.
Right.
Like I don't have the dome part, but I've got the outside edge. I think I'm about to get started on that right now.
Your feeble skills are no match for the dark side. See, for this part, we should have JT on to nail the voice acting part here. But yeah. What else Star Wars is there? It's just it is that classic time of just quietness. So it's the quiet before the storm. Then once Ahsoka comes out, I'm sure we're like not even gonna come around to talk about everything because it's gonna be much.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Ready for the watch parties.
Yes, the watch parties are coming. I guess I can sort of announce I will, to no surprise, continue doing the watch parties with very likely, if they come back, the usual suspects. So, yes, Stanley, that is a good idea. Oh, wait. Charlie first. I mean, also the return of the watch party soon for Ahsoka. Yes, Charlie. Exactly what we're saying. Absolutely. Stanley says thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws. Not too many, since I mean it's in development still.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it.
I think overall, we kind of talked about it on AIO, which, by the way, if some of you haven't checked that out yet, the channel Alliance of Independent Opinions, go check it out. Where it's pretty much roundtable with pretty much all of us and more. You know, Charlie is there, Maul is there, Vor is there, I'm there.
I'm not there.
He's not there.
Too much. That would be too much.
That would be too much. Well, I don't know. I mean, the panel is open anytime. It's an open door policy. So, oh, nice. That window is looking clean.
Yeah, it's done now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
It was just two pieces. Yeah, just clunk clunk.
Stanley's to quickly sort of sum up the thoughts I think that we sort of had in general is, I mean, obviously it's not finished, but what we've seen from the gameplay trailer is that it has potential if they continue working on it and if they really make it this sort of open world experience that they're claiming it's going to be, with sort of your own decision making, you know, the law,
character,
the empire hunting. Well, that unfortunately, I think that's what we've all been hoping for, that it would be a game like Red Dead Online where you just create your own character. Because like that's the thing that I think special people that don't understand criticism misunderstand when they're like, oh, people hate that it's a female lead. No, I don't. Like, for what it is, I don't think there's any issue with the main character being a female. It's just the way it was originally advertised. It was advertised as this open world, you know, make your own story game, which I think a lot of people were just automatically thinking that
I
it
think
would
that's
be
still coming.
making your own character.
I think that type of open world game is still coming.
Oh, you mean like a different game or in that game?
A different game.
different game. Well, I would hope
Because
so.
they've got so many working on them right now. After they opened that,
Right.
got rid of the exclusivity.
That is true. And I mean, I think we haven't quite even seen the full extent of that sort of wave of other studios working on games, because I mean, there have been a little number of games that were sort of announced, but I mean, also nothing crazily official. But I mean, I bet there are also a lot of games that just have not even been announced at all yet. They're just sort of working on until there's something to show. So I think we haven't fully been hit by the full wave of like, get out of here, EA, your time is over, sort of, you know?
Yeah, I'd still like
But,
a good Battlefront 3 though, if they did it right.
right, if they did, I think if they would do a Battlefront 3, I would really want them to make the combat a bit more realistic, if that makes sense. Because I think the thing that I liked about Battlefront 15 is that while obviously crazy things happen, like a bunch of people jumping around with jump packs and like things you wouldn't see on screen, but things like, you know, the blaster damage I felt was pretty well done in terms of like the amount of time it takes to kill you. And I feel like that's the main point that I didn't like about Battlefront 2 was like, for instance, like having like a really powerful, high-powered rifle like the DC-15A, and then it's a fully automatic weapon that's a pea shooter. Like things like that, I personally don't really like. But I'm also, I don't know. I mean, Maul, what's your take? I mean, I know you're also like sort of playing games like, you know, like Modern Warfare, where like time to kill is like zoom.
I mean, I'd be fine with that as long as it's scaled all right. But those kind of games always get complaints, and there's always guns that are considered better than others. And
Well, yeah, obviously, but I feel like with Star Wars, I mean, there's a bit of like reference material to go off of, like for instance, like the way the DC-15A, for instance, is portrayed in the movies, especially versus droids, is like pretty much like 1-2 shots and the droid is done. And it's like
yeah, that
not
just wouldn't work though if people are playing as the droids too, though.
right, which I mean is sort of why I would like a standalone sort of like movie orientated game where it would be like co-op versus NPCs. Because I mean, then you could do that, like sort of like a
Like a
simulation
horde
of,
mode.
Hmm?
Like a horde mode almost.
Yeah, something like sort of, you know, like imagine like a simulation of Battle of Geonosis, and it's just like battle droids might only take 1 or 2 shots by your DC-15A, but they're like it would be, you know, like there were just tons of droids, so you can still get absolutely overrun. Well, yeah, so I think that kind of game, or like I think then I would even be more fine if like Battlefront would sort of stay in the state of whatever, like what Battlefront 2 was doing. But I feel like we've been sort of missing some of the really immersive games, kind of like Jedi Survivor. I think that has been really immersive, you know, in that sense. Particularly if you played on story mode, I think then like also the fights seem like realistically like in length and stuff. But yeah, for like war games in Star Wars, I think we're kind of missing those like realistically orientated games that sort of really feel like you're in the movie. Like, I think that could be really cool.
Yeah. It'd be nice. I just hope we keep getting more and more Star Wars games with
Yeah.
more variety like we're talking about.
Yeah. And I mean, there are just so many titles, already established titles that would be good for that. Like, for instance, for something more realistic, make a Republic Commando 2. I mean, that's exactly the type of game that is literally built for that. You could add new functions, like, for instance, like Maul, what you said with Horde mode, something like that, where you can just, you know, play a game with your friends. You're a commando squad, and you're just, you know, working together, trying to survive. And then there's the story mode that's sort of like really immersive and stuff. I mean, there are these kinds of like games and characters that work for this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Oh, Charlie says, pretty handsome people at that place. Just saying, alliance of independent systems. Independent systems? You mean independent opinions? Oh, what would that be? AIS? Oh no, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Hmm.
Oh, now I see it. Okay, Charlie meant to write opinion. Damn Skynet. That was on purpose for Skynet. Damn. Oh no. That short term would not be good. No. Ah.
So it is stream rated 18
Yes, it is.
because I was just going to take off my shirt. It's so hot here, but I think I will leave it at to another stream.
Yeah. That's for the after.
Yeah, yep. That's the one you have to pay for.
Huh. That would be an idea, after stream with the legend, now on Patreon.
No rules.
Damn Skynet, if it's not dear, it's the yes. But yeah, 11 days till Ahsoka, so it's really not far away anymore.
Well, it's coming up fast.
Yeah. And I wonder, do you guys think that we will get, I mean, probably not unless they push it back for some reason, but do you think we'll get some sort of like two episode beginning? Like
I thought it was 2 episodes.
Yeah, we are getting 2 to start.
Oh, are we getting? Oh, I see. I had no idea, but okay, I guess
That's what
my
I heard
assumption
too.
was correct. Well, I mean, that's nice. I mean, kind of getting a bigger kickstart.
Oh yeah, it'll be like an hour and a half or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of that. I mean, because as much as like in a way the sort of waiting a week for another episode can be quite nice too, sort of the hype for it. But getting 2 episodes right after one another, especially in the beginning, I think doesn't hurt. So
No, especially if they know that the episodes like play well together, because that's another aspect we won't know till we see it.
Yeah. Stanley says 2 episode opener for Ahsoka, 1 hour 40 minutes ish. Are you sure? I mean,
yeah, I've seen it reported somewhere, so
okay.
I've heard that number too.
Far, the live action shows for Star Wars have been more around like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Some of those, imagine like a couple of those longer Mando episodes put together.
Yeah, sure. 1 hour 40 still seems like a lot to me. But, I mean, I'm not complaining if that's really true. I mean, that would be really nice. That's pretty much a short movie. I mean, what do you guys think? What are we going to see right off the bat? Like, do you have like any sort of thoughts on how we're going to start that sort of adventure, on who we're going to see at first?
No.
Yeah. I was like, when I asked the question, I was also sort of thinking, well, I mean, there's nothing to go about, so.
Yeah, I'm just like, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see whatever we get.
Yeah.
From what I've seen so far,
Yeah. Who's crying?
I mean, maybe he's struggling. Maybe it's been a rough build.
It's me. I'm so sad. This stream is going to be over soon.
It's going to be okay. We'll get through this.
So did they show any Ahsoka trailers like at the celebrations, like the exclusive? Okay, but have they shown them now? But have they like released them now for the public? Or?
Well, it's a different trailer, but I mean, pretty much now everyone has seen the same things we have seen.
Okay.
So we just sort of saw it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released that image now.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
wrong.
now that everyone knows what Thrawn looks like, which I mean, that was really the biggest thing, I think. Yeah,
I will pretend I know who that is.
right. Yes,
The blue guy.
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Like the Smurf, one of the Smurfs.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Then I know him.
Smurf man.
So you said Stanley said it was 11 days after 11 days, like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what is the exact date?
23rd.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I'm going to be on a business trip. Oh no.
No.
Oh well, I have to see it later then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Star Wars comes first, you know.
Yeah. Just cancel.
I will tell you. Yeah, I will show you. I will show my boss this stream and say,
Yeah, just
look,
Star
yeah,
Wars
this
is
is what.
really
Yeah, Stars
important.
first. Yeah, and then when I get fired, then I will get fired. Yeah, I will cry on the stream.
Yeah. Charlie says,
Get
I
it
will
off
happily
with the
take
Star
that
Wars.
runtime and watch a 30-minute show of clones on a beach. Clones on a beach? I swear to Tom Cruise, I have stayed away from leaks and spoilers already, trying to hit. Yeah.
Haven't we already
Okay,
seen clones on a
Charlie.
beach?
First, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. What the hell is clones on a beach?
Sounds like a song.
Yeah. Or drink.
Yeah,
Clones on
that'd be a good drink.
Clones on a beach. I'm
Could
intrigued.
order one of those.
Sounds like the kind of drink you would get at a bar at Star Wars Celebration. Clones on a beach.
Sounds like a Bad Batch episode.
What Bad Batch episode?
Clones on a beach.
Oh, right. That was Clones on a beach.
We've had a couple of clones on the beach in Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Running from crabs and
alright.
tsunamis.
It's alright, you Bad Batch hater.
When is Bad Batch season 3 coming? Is
Never.
it after Ahsoka or is it after the show after Ahsoka?
Oh no, not soon enough though.
Strike the episode we blacked out of.
I need to see my clones on the beach.
I'm just excited to see the new trailer because apparently the people that watched the Bad Batch trailer saw a wolf. So
Yeah, I've heard he's in it, which he should be to set up
Right.
Rebels.
yeah, exactly. He's a bit overdue. No, I mean I'm still excited for Bad Batch. I hope we see more commando action.
Hope we see some clones, killing some TK troopers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really like I've been left with wanting more after seeing like the clone squad with like Nemec and Fireball, like really badass clone troopers with badass armor, like Clone Wars style still.
I'm hoping we get that next season, like a full-on rebellion, but it gets quelled, and that's how we end up getting the clones just chilling in Rebels.
That is a nice Bo-Katan figure. I will say that Bo-Katan figure looks really good. Like, I mean, I have the one from the Clone Wars style set, but this one is really nice.
I can't get the focus on that.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now, yeah, I think the shade of blue is just perfect. It looks really nice. Also with the weathering.
I mean, it's okay, but
Got a
I think it would
hair.
look better at my place.
She's got hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karen hair. Okay.
Size
Cora
correct.
is absolutely going maniac.
Yeah, I think there's probably. Let's see what's outside. Is it like a squirrel, or is it like a thief, or is it like a clone?
Sasquatch.
Or both. A squirrel thief.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe
Sasquatch
the squirrel
outside.
thief also has castle attack. What was it? A shirt
I don't
on?
remember.
Does it have
Castle
the
Assault.
Genesis of the squirrel?
It was a castle assault or some shit.
Oh, Castle. Was it Castle Assault? I mean, whatever. I mean,
Oh, it's a rabbit. I see it
oh.
now.
The other
It's a
arch
rabbit.
nemesis.
Also, as long as the legend is there for one episode of Ahsoka, I'm happy. Lol.
No,
Oh well,
you
I'm
gotta be there. You gotta get there for all of them.
Goro being a not so great.
Now, if I would have the force, I would just lift up the rabbit with my hand and throw it somewhere else.
Throw it somewhere.
Yeah. I wouldn't lift up the dog, just the
And
rabbit
where is the rabbit? Is it on the street?
on the street. Yeah.
Taunting the
I think it
dog.
ran away. I was like, for a split second, I was considering. Nope. For a split second, I was considering like running out real quick and chasing it away. Pat, are you building the X-wing?
Yes.
Nice.
This, man, I'll tell you, these, they're not even trying to hook these together like normal Legos.
They're not even trying.
They're not even trying.
Oh no.
You're just like pushing rods together, pushing a rod into a piece that's not connecting. You're just placing them together. It's very strange.
Okay. Interesting.
I wonder where I have my laser pointer.
Direct your attention to over here.
Huh?
Oops.
I will go out. I will go to the street now and make the rabbit run. Just a minute. I will just.
Okay.
Bunny chasing. Show the video camera of him running outside.
Yeah, true. Like, take the phone, run after the rabbit. Just rig up some bungee pits for that rabbit. My dad taught me one. Oh no. Charlie's dad casually in the neighborhood. Oh, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. And it's like, what, Dad? What did you do?
Well, that's more. That thing's not coming back anytime soon.
Nope. The entire neighborhood is not coming back anytime soon after that one.
Wow.
But I mean, if it was a deer, Charlie would already be over here and chase it. So. I don't know if that's good or bad. He has
I
returned.
don't know, but getting so close. This thing's almost done.
Okay, Strike, you are going to get rabbit steak today. This evening.
Nice.
No, just kidding. People out there, children. I didn't. Nobody was hurt.
Just joking. The rabbit
Yeah.
died vegan. All right, it's okay.
Yeah. I just showed my ugly ass. I just showed my ugly ass and the rabbit ran away.
I thought you were gonna say and the rabbit died.
No, we don't harm animals here. Usually.
Usually.
You gotta eat.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not that fun to hunt salad.
Just not fun to hunt salad.
Yeah, they never run away. They never run away.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah, like I scream, go, go! You have a chance, go! But they just stand there. The salad.
Yeah. Bad salad. Oh, nice. Pat, are you done?
Yes.
Let's get. Hold on, I'll put you.
Completed.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Oh, now let me get one thing. Let me see if I can find it.
Gosh, and I mean, Pat, like, you were gifted this, right?
Yes.
Oh gosh, he's far away.
I turned around. Yeah, my wife got this for one of her nephews, and then she asked me about it, and I was like, that kid is not even gonna appreciate this set. If it even gets put together, like a
Yeah.
kid around 10 years old is not gonna appreciate something they can't really play with as
Yeah.
much. You can play with this a little bit, but I'd rather have like a big X-wing or a TIE fighter or something that in your whole hand.
As much as I want to joke about the fact that you just wanted it, you're definitely right. I do think also a 10-year-old would not prefer this over like a clone battle pack.
Or you could also be like, it's broken. I will take it to the trash can, and then you would take it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, shoot. Okay. These are quite a bit smaller than the mini pieces I have. The mini.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Ah,
So I might have
Oh,
to come
no.
up with something because I wanted to try and put the Millennium Falcon in somewhere. Because I was thinking maybe get a couple more pieces, elongate the set out, and then I could kind of post him sweeping in. But we'll have to see. This one's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
yeah. The Millennium Falcon is pretty beefy there.
Well, even the one they did.
I'm happy you didn't show me because my glass just fell.
Hmm.
Oh shit!
You see, even the little micro fighter one, it's so much smaller than the mini.
Yeah. But I mean, the mini one, I mean, honestly, I think that's pretty accurate to scale because I mean, it is that much bigger than a starfighter. So
That, yeah. I think this one is a lot closer than
Goes together, right?
that. For sure. Yeah. But I want to post this. I want to prop it up in here somehow like it's coming in, you know. Well, I guess I could do it from this angle even. That would work.
So, are you planning on like getting like a second diorama, or are you just gonna get more like parts to make this bigger? Or
Well, I was curious because I hadn't built it yet. I hadn't seen what it was made out of. But it looks like I can just get some extra pieces and just kind of tack them on.
yeah,
And then just put a little bit more, you know, just buy some random little pieces. I would
Right.
like another turret. I think it would look a lot better with a couple of those.
right.
I don't
but-
think I'd have to get a whole second unit. But it's always an idea, especially if I find one like at 20% off or, you know,
Hmm.
some good discount. I'm always looking out for that stuff, so I can't say no.
Yeah, I mean,
These sets are really
I've seen
good.
someone just buy a second one and sort of make the like an actual trench, sort of. But I mean,
yeah.
the thing is, that thing, if you don't get it gifted, is just so expensive.
Exactly. Well, yeah, even that one that Mo Walker got, that's a pricey one, man.
Nick, what's up? Too much Lego here for my liking. Where's the Mega Blocks? Well, Nick, honestly, I think this shit counts as Mega Blocks. This is like, you know, this is like in the same room. You know, on a real note about this boba, I don't know if you picked this up already. Probably you did, but I mean, you gotta be honest. This is a beautiful boba figure. Like I'm blown away. This is like, I would have just paid the price for that set, but just for the figure. And if you're not too busy, and if you're at home, why don't you join us, Nick? We already sort of shouted you out a bit earlier.
Yeah, we were talking all kinds of crap.
Yeah, we were like talking heavy smack about you, you know, behind your back, as the good friends that we are.
It's funny, he's a Mega Block. I actually do have a Mega Block set, but it's the Enterprise.
Is Is the Halo stuff? Is that also Mega Blocks, or is there
I
some?
think Halo is Mega Blocks. Yeah, the Pokemon stuff I've seen is Mega Blocks, but the Mario's Lego.
Yeah, the Mario's Lego.
That kind of surprised me. I wasn't sure they were going to be able to get that one.
Honestly, the Mario, the building style. I mean, it's actual Lego, but like the building style looks like it's Duplo.
Yeah, it does it like the little Mario characters. I thought they could have done them a little better looking without going minifigure, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to I think I'm gonna put yeah, that bigger one definitely looks better.
Did Nick just dip? Or maybe he's writing a super long message now.
That's what it is.
I think this is the first one first significant set that I've completed on a stream.
There you go.
Because I have finished a couple of them, but they were like I did the V-Wing last time. But that's a pretty easy build. It's pretty basic.
I think usually because you're like it's a stream, so you don't want to build something like really small. So I feel like usually we've been like building like if we had big stuff, like the big stuff, and then never finished it on one stream.
Yeah.
I
think the first time, one of the first sets I did was like the Scout Trooper helmet, and I only got like the sides and the middle done. I still have to do the whole face.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I'm sort of able to do like the Talking Brick streams still like sort of very long spaces, but sort of regularly. Because I mean, I think they're just a lot of fun. Just like sort of a stream where you have like fun conversations, but still sort of time to calm down, just build something. But yeah, now with like in the midst of going to move soon and other things that are going on, buying Lego isn't quite on top of the importance chain at the moment, unfortunately.
You're moving soon.
Gosh.
There you go.
Moving
That'd
in
be
together
fun.
with Avela.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you even
extra pieces?
You moving all the way to? You moving to the other place?
Yes, all the way to the other place. Yep.
Hey.
Yes.
The land of the legend. To the land of the legend.
The land of the legend. You heard it. Yeah.
Learn from the legend himself.
Not to give too much away, but it's because of very kind actions by her aunt, basically. Well, and really her cousin. So, yes.
That's nice.
Oh. Charlie says, "Guys, I gotta bounce. Stay awesome. Talking with you all sooner than later." Lumpy.
Bye, Charlie.
Right? Yes, Charlie. How's on?
See ya, Charlie.
Well, not bad. I got some little extra pieces. I got some pretty good ones. I got an extra little blaster from the X-Wing. I got an extra R2 piece. Well, it's the little piece they put on it to make it look like he's R2.
Oh, okay.
And then they have the TIE Fighter window. I thought this was a pretty good looking little printed piece.
Nice. Yeah.
Actually has the spoke work in there. I got a whole bunch of little lightsaber hilts.
Nice. Wait,
got
you
a
actually
little
get
window.
lightsaber hilts?
Huh?
But like lightsaber blades or hilts? Do you get hilts?
Hilts, yeah. Here, I'll show you. They used them for the greebling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
But I ended up using like 20 of these things. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Are you sure you built all of them in there?
I think I did. There's only a couple spots you could even put anything else in this. It's pretty crazy. Oh, but here, Yeah, like the back piece. This is what I mean by like the Legos aren't going together the same. They have me build the bottom, and they have you build the back, and then you don't even connect them. You just pin it together.
Oh, what? Okay.
They made it like, okay, these little notches go in these slots,
That's very.
and then you just took a pin and slid it in. So it's not actually connected to it.
Yeah.
It's just fixed together.
Very interesting, especially because I mean, you could have definitely like.
You could have easily put it together.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have easily had some angled pieces on the back, and then the plates connect to it. Yeah,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
it's just like they're like, oh, this will be easier or something. I don't. It almost seems like they're just doing it to make those extra pieces, kind of, you know.
Hmm.
Because otherwise, like, that's not a Lego piece to me.
No, but
And
it
then-
looks cool.
And then even like the X-Wing was real interesting because you kind of, there wasn't a whole lot to it. Like you make the nose and then it just fixes with the one little spot. And then the back doesn't actually connect. You put those 4 rods
Oh yeah.
and you
Okay.
just push them into the holes. So there's no like lock to it. But
Yeah.
it's a good looking little ship.
Yeah, I think that's like in the category of definitely just display. I feel like if you would fumble around with that too much, you would probably break it.
Oh yeah, it would come apart pretty easy
Yeah.
because like I said, a lot of the pieces aren't locked; they're just kind of clipped in together.
That time.
That time. Did you finish?
Does look good, though.
All right. We'll transition the camera to Maul's perspective.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's really nice.
That is really nice. Yes.
Oh, I'm
Like,
a little
get
surprised
on.
it's
Let
not
my
an
father
actual
fall.
play set. I thought the little guys might move around a little tiny bit.
I mean, you can move them.
They just sit there. No, I mean like if they were on like a little round piece and you could make it look like they were actually fighting, like the old
Oh.
Dagobah set.
What's up?
No,
Looks
this
good,
one, I'm gonna have it in one of those cases, like I've got the other sets in, like the clear
Yeah.
acrylic cases from Wicked Brick.
I mean, this
So
one is
it'll
gonna
be completely
real
encased.
nice.
Yeah.
You need to make some little mini Star Destroyers and stuff so you can put them in the background.
Oh,
That's what's cool about the Wicked Brick display is they already have like a.
Oh,
a
do they?
backdrop.
Oh, that's cool.
So through those windows, you'll see space, unlike what you saw in the movie.
Uh-huh.
yeah. I mean, that is just a really well done display model. Really.
That's a good looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was
Glad
debating
I
on
did it.
doing this one or the Mandalorian Forge.
What the Mandalorian Forge?
Well,
is,
it's from the Mandalorian, the show where she has the forge. They show the armorer's forge
Yeah.
when she makes his pauldron.
Well, no. I'm aware of what you're talking about, but like that set is a play set, right? Or did you-
Yeah, it's not really like these ones.
Right.
It's more their Lego normal series. Where these ones, yeah, these black things. I don't know what to call these. The diorama series, I guess, because they
Olive, your
distinctly put them in like a box.
would be complete.
But I really like that it's printed. I'm glad they're not
Yeah.
stickers telling you what it is, because that really would have bothered me.
Definitely.
Oh, and I did see that when you guys showed the future sets coming out, that Chewbacca one, because I thought instantly, I was like, how come he doesn't come with a little minifigure? But I
No.
guess when you buy it, he does.
Hmm.
Because it's a UCS set, it seems to be.
Yeah. The Chewbacca looks a bit ugly. Not gonna lie.
I also think it'll look better in person, but I think it looks better than the Yoda did with the lightsaber. Now the old Yoda, where he just had his cane, I thought that one looked good, but the new one where he's holding the lightsaber looks a little goofy.
And also in that way, like the old Yoda knew what it was supposed to achieve, which it was like it was still supposed to look bricky. I think the point of the old Yoda was it was supposed to look some of the statues you see at Legoland. I think that was
Yeah.
really the point.
Yeah, they
And
were
I mean, that's
definitely
really what
going
he did.
after that Empire look. Just him standing
Right.
still.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, supposedly they're also going to bring out a new UCS, or like I don't know if I don't think they're actually calling it UCS. It's just like a big R2D2, but it's like that was like the UCS R2D2.
I did hear about that, and I was like, didn't they already have one? Made one a while ago. It was just a set, but I'd like to see a chopper droid set, because they've done like all the droids, all the smaller droids. They have DO, they have BB-8, they got R2, they got BD-1.
And I mean, they have done like all of the cute droids. What about like some models of like some battle droids or some IG units or
Well, they
Max
did
droids?
have that. Nothing new, but like I have an old what is it? The B1 battle droid, just the normal battle droid,
Like
an
the
old
Technic
Technic
one?
set. It's
Yeah.
an old Technic Lego set, because I got a Jango Fett like that too, or not a. I don't have the battle droid. I have the super battle droid and Jango Fett.
Yeah, but I mean those are like Technic sets, so
Yes, exactly.
but like
And they
sort
look
of a
very
nice model
skeletal.
of a
Those
battle
old
droid.
ones look very different.
Or I would even love to see like a new like figure of General Grievous or something.
I was just thinking of that the other day. I was like, I haven't seen a Grievous in a while.
Because like they have done one long time ago. I think like around 2005.
Yeah, I think
Big
Richmond has
Grievous
that
one,
one.
or like figure.
Yeah. It was like those big
Similar to like what you made, the mech, but they weren't mechs.
they were just
Right.
larger
They were just
versions of
brick
them.
built figures, really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe a Grievous helmet.
Droid
They
Lego
could bring
Technic
one of
set.
those
Yes,
out.
right. But like again, that was a Technic set.
Oh
And I
yeah.
mean that's all 2005-ish era,
Yeah.
like early 2000s. I mean that's
Hmm.
all stuff that should be a no-brainer that they bring back something like that. Not Technic stuff, but like like sort of those brick built figures.
And I'm really surprised too, because even in Mandalorian they bring back the pit droids. And there was a pit droid Technic version, but that's like that. It doesn't even seem like they're concerned with some of these things. Whereas fans were like, "Oh, that would be the perfect merchandise right there."
It also took them like a bazillion years to make a BD-1, so
Well,
I mean,
I was really shocked that one got made.
I was like, wow, video game one, right? And they weren't even making all the movie ones.
Oh, got
Should
some
I be
extra
worried?
pieces?
Should I be worried?
No, don't be
Should
worried.
go to next. Okay, I'm
No,
should
that's
supposed
fine.
to open next bag and I like five.
yeah, no,
Okay,
that should be
Always
fine.
have
That
extras.
that still
Okay,
looks
good.
normal. Yes.
okay, good. Whew. Bag number 3. Oh my god, I'm almost ready.
Lego is legitimately one of those things that like people try to put together without instructions, and you can't do that with Lego. It's like, well, you did.
Yeah.
Did you read the instructions? No, of course not. Well, that's why you can't build it.
Yeah. But IKEA, they never
Not
have extra
IKEA.
parts.
Yes.
They never have extra parts. That's why the owner is a billionaire. Just saying.
And with those wise words, like we're going already 3 hours strong. So I think now that most of the people on the panel have finished their bills, I think this is a good spot to end it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've had like some really regular people just stay here for the entire stream. And we've been, I think, up to like 5 or 6 people at some point, and it's been like 4 people pretty consistently. So really appreciate you guys sticking through the entire stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining me, as always. Always a pleasure to have you guys on. And we should be doing, I don't know when the next Talking Brick stream will be. That might be a while again until there's a new one. But yeah, the watch parties are coming soon. 23rd, Ahsoka, we'll be there on release. And yeah, other than that, I'll be linking a bit after this stream is sort of saved. I'll link everyone's stuff who has channels in the description. Nice. Is that the background?
Yeah, that's the backdrop for the case. I'm gonna put it together. So
Right. Nice.
I'll post some pictures of it.
Yep. So I'll be posting everyone's channels and stuff. Also, you can check out, I think, pretty much all. Well, or I mean, I guess like Vor and the Legend don't post too much on Instagram in that way, but I know Pat has an Instagram, Maul has an Instagram. So check that out. I'm posting regular updates on my Mando at the moment on my Instagram, so if you're interested in that, check that out. And with that said, enough of the advertisement. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Oh, can I take off my shirt already? Oh, thank you.
Yes.